Hello, everybody, and welcome to Gehenna Valley, also known as Monday Night Monsterhearts. Wow, we're so excited! Yay!
Wow.
Thank you for joining us tonight. It is session 4, at least according to the graphic, and I'm going to assume the graphic is correct because I didn't check. I didn't do it. But I think it's right. It sounds right.
Looks
Maybe.
right.
Sure,
I mean,
we'll go with it.
Yeah, we like it.
Totes.
I'm so happy everyone's here tonight. So excited that you could be here. And what else? Oh, we got some special announcements tonight. We want to encourage everybody to have a good night. And if you are feeling generous, and if you are feeling financially stable enough to be generous, we want to encourage you to donate tonight, because tonight all sub donations and all of our lovely bit donations, well, they're all going to one place. Boom. You see that? The players probably don't. I just replaced the Gehenna Valley yearbook information with Mona the dog.
Best baby.
Wait, no, I didn't hit transition. Hold on, I gotta hit transition if I do that. Mona the dog. Now it worked. See that?
See that sweet nugget?
Aw.
That's Mona. Mona is a sweet nugget, and she's been at the doctors, and doctors want money. So if you wanna help Mona out, you know, maybe make a little bit donation, maybe like a little sub donation, maybe you click on the link that our lovely people just linked down there, and you help out Mona. Okay, we like Mona. Mona's great. Mona is a fan of the show, friend of the show even. How about that? That's better than fan of the show. I like that better. Cool beans. Y'all like beans? I like it. I think it's fantastic. And yeah, that's good for that. I'm gonna take the dog away, the dog picture away. Let's see here. How do I do that? I'm gonna hit this button. Is this good enough? No, I hit the wrong button. This one. Boom. Transition button. Boom. Yeah. Let's lower the music all the way, because I can never tell how loud that music is. Generally, I don't really know until somebody in the chat tells me, like, oh no, that music is so loud, I cannot hear you. Which is what everyone in the chat sounds like in my head, I guess. We're having a good night, aren't we? All right. I'm gonna drink some soda. It's good. Oh, I left it on the all you need to know slide. Yeah. That was probably confusing. I guess it's not that confusing if y'all were reading it while I was talking. Working on some slides that we can send out to people, ahead of time. So if you haven't watched all our episodes, you can jump right in. So that's the first one. I didn't actually mean to put it up, but since I'm a technical genius, obviously it was quite intentional. Here, you want to see the second one? since you saw the first one. There's the second one. What's really important for everyone tonight is this little bit down here. It's Wednesday in our game. And there's cheerleader tryouts this afternoon and swim tryouts tomorrow. And of course, the one thing that people will probably talk about, at least at some point tonight, is Friday night. Where's the schedule?
Saturday
night, when the feeling's right, is Bridget's party. Big events. But should we talk about what happened on the last episode of Gehenna Valley? Crina and Wolfe took Rachel to the nurse. Rachel wouldn't stop crying. Crina asked her brother Jack, the Fae King, for advice, which led to the girls kissing. Rachel stopped crying. Cory pushed Donovan up against the lockers, demanding to know why Donovan was asking questions about Cory and his family. Donovan surprises Cory by saying he was genuinely interested, which led to flirting. Cory bit Donovan's finger in a not sexy way. Cory had sex with Caleb in an empty classroom. Cory spun that into planning an after-school orgy, invited Caleb, Milo, Kale, Emily, Rachel, and Harold. Harold isn't interested, however, so Cory makes a deal with Castile to get Harold there if Cory can secure bringing Crina to Bridget's party on Friday. Hot tip, Cory hasn't done that yet. Okay. Donovan invites Marissa to the janitor's closet. They make out, then Donovan rejects her. Crina kisses Wolfe in the hallway and is disappointed when Wolfe doesn't kiss back. Trying to stay true to Bridget. Bridget has Tabitha push Emily down the stairs. After approaching her about leaving her group out of the school paper. I don't like this, needs commas in that sentence. She doesn't want Emily to talk about her group in the paper.
Or talk positively. I just wanted edit privileges.
Okay, that's true. You did say that, I believe. You said you wanted to be able to see it. But yeah, it didn't happen, so they pushed her down the stairs. Wolfe becomes one of the gang after another round of sex with Bridget. Donovan tells Crina that Bridget might be tied to an elder god. Crina shares that Cory's family is weird. Donovan and Crina make out. That always got me, talking about people's family. Everyone has lunch together, which is I don't know. It was a big moment. Everyone was at the same lunch table. That's crazy. I can't remember the last time that happened in any of my Monsterhearts games. Marissa storms off angry at Bridget. Donovan makes flirtatious plans to meet up with Tabitha later. The group pressures Cory to be good at Bridget's party. And reminder to Brian, let Donovan clear Ditzy for being conniving at lunch. Oh, so that didn't happen last time. That's the connection to this session. Should we jump straight to Donovan? Let's just jump straight to Donovan since I wrote it note to myself. All right, boom.
Wait, one second.
Yes.
1 second. I was given a promise that a viewer would be here live.
Oh my goodness! Well, we have to check on that. Who's the viewer?
At the close was their Discord handle. So
at the close,
they made me a promise.
At the close, are you here? Are you here at the close? There is a slight delay between us speaking and them able to type. If you're not here, you're in trouble.
I don't see them in the user list.
I don't know. I don't see them. Where are they?
It's like I got me a whole new string.
You might have a string. That's definitely
promise.
not going to mess with anyone's head. The fact that you're taking strings on people watching the stream.
I'm gonna mark it with my broken promise marker.
Great. What color is that marker?
It's blue glitter.
Oh, okay, great.
The kept promises is green glitter.
We're in danger.
It's
fine.
No, it's cool. I'm super comfortable with all of this. No problems.
Oh wait, no, there they are.
Wait.
They're here.
Oh.
They just posted in the chat.
They're here,
Okay.
just a different
All
name.
right.
Woo!
We'll
All right.
That was
the
close.
green then.
That
Thank
pen
you
was
for
coming
keeping
out.
your promise.
That was dangerous. All
Or
right.
someone's really kind and covering for them.
Yeah,
either way.
maybe. Now they're
Ooh.
gonna have to pretend to
I'll
keep
allow
being
it.
that person the whole time, though, forever and ever now. But you
Say you're
know,
allowed to break the fourth wall. It's fine.
oh my goodness. Yes, strings on the audience. It happens. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Crina has a string on myself as well.
Dangerous game.
And I
It's
don't
not
like
terrifying
that,
or anything.
either. No, it is. It is terrifying.
We're Gehenna. It's terrifying.
It's terrifying. Let's see here. What was I doing? Oh, Donovan. Boom. Donovan Farrelly. You had Ditzy for a while last game. And I don't think you should have it anymore. At least that's what my note says. So let's clear it. We're going to clear it.
Woohoo!
Wow, that was less exciting than I thought.
Donovan achieved their sort of mini mission of getting some pull on Bridget's inner crew that at least Donovan knew about.
Did you say coal on them?
Pull.
Pull!
Yeah. That's what you
is-
think happened.
Oh my gosh. What kind of weird slang is that? Okay, I like that better. Pull makes sense to me. I don't need any of this new hip language in my...
Meanwhile, he's at the lunch table, so is it really, really working?
Maybe you're the one who's being pulled in.
Yeah.
Maybe. Ooh.
They've got their hooks in you, man.
These
Okay.
strings go both ways. Eventually, if you're going to use them, you got to be interacting.
All right. Let's
Dangerous.
do our check-in. All right, you got no conditions now, Donovan. None.
Woohoo!
Right? I think our strings are solid, right? We got 5 on Cory.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. You should
He
be
just
worried
keeps
about
digging
that.
deeper.
That's a lot. But not to be ignored. 3 on Marissa, 3 on Mauricio, 2 on Rachel, and 2 on Crina.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's things. That's things. You got 4 out of 5 XPs.
So close.
So close.
Ooh.
So close.
Maybe we'll see that happen tonight.
I'm worried about it, actually.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Those
Maybe it
rolls,
won't happen. I don't know.
I foresee failure.
Wolfe, you've got 4 conditions.
Be worse.
It could be better. I actually, as a player, not that I'm a player right now, but I love having conditions, and I love having
I concur.
stacks of conditions.
Me
Sometimes
too.
Because you've got great conditions. You've got not
They're
good
good.
enough.
They're good.
Yeah, you got bad friend, tease, one of them, which is of course our
It's a
Bridget's
classic.
gang
good-
condition. It's a good one.
It's a good one.
Yeah. You've also got 2 strings on Bridget, 1 on Crina, 1 on Cory. Not big on string collecting right now.
We'll get there.
Oh yeah, that's later. 2 out of 5 XPs. Does that sound right?
Yep.
Okay. And Bridget is your true love. It's good to know.
For now.
For now, that's right. That's exactly why we check in on these things. Cory's got 4 conditions too. Still, huh?
Yeah.
Jocks hate me. Unsympathetic, conceited, and self-subterfuge, because we were feeling our college words last week.
Them SAT preps.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Glad
you got
to see
3
you
strings on Crina, 2 on Wolfe, 1 on people. You got 3 out of 5 XPs, but here's the real fun. You're in your darkest self.
I am.
Let's remind everybody what that means here. Do you have that up, or would you like me to read it?
I don't have it up, but if you could, that'd
Oh yeah,
be
sure.
great.
I got it right here. You find yourself shivering, needy, and alone. The dark power will make some daunting, open-ended demands. Every demand fulfilled brings you closer to feeling whole again and removes one of the dark power's strings on you. You escape your darkest self when the dark power is out of strings, or you make a bargain with an even more dangerous entity. It's a good one. So yeah, that's fun. It's fun being shivering, needy, and alone. Hey, speaking of which, Bridget, you're not like that. That's not a good transition. It's not.
But I imagine Bridget leaves certain people leave.
Oh yes, Bridget is familiar with making people feel that way.
Yeah.
Wow, I look really blonde right now.
Emily's hiding somewhere, I bet, right now.
Oh,
We'll find out where
Well,
Emily is,
yeah.
I'm sure.
but Bridget,
Hospital?
you're mean. That's what I got
That's
here.
true.
That's true.
I also have the condition, man.
Yes. Both. You've got 4 strings on Wolfe there.
Yeah.
A smattering of other strings. You've got.
Oh, I have 5 strings on Wolf according to my sheet.
Let's
I've
fix
spent
that, then.
2 already, and I still
Absolutely.
have 5.
That's why we do this chicken.
Yeah.
I got 3 out of 5 XPs.
Yep.
And you are also in your darkest self.
I am. Would you like me to read it?
Yes, please.
They've failed you again. This whole mess is their fault. And why should you have to suffer the consequences of their idiocy? You need to make an example out of each of them. A cruel and unwavering example. You escape your darkest self when you relinquish part of your power to someone more deserving, or when you destroy an innocent person in order to prove your might.
Jeez, that's heavy.
And it's going to be hard to lose because there's no one more deserving. So
Clearly.
Well, obviously you're
Like a
going to have to
true
do that other
queen.
thing. Then.
Yeah, I guess that other thing's on the menu.
Yeah.
Time to destroy an innocent person, I guess.
Hashtag
That's it.
beware.
You know, sometimes you just
You see?
have to.
Oh, thank God Cory's not innocent.
Cheer tryouts.
Yep, that's coming up.
Yep.
Hey, speaking of cheer tryouts, then there's Crina. Crina, I've got 3 conditions here. One of them, second fiddle and demanding. That's yeah. It looks like your highest string count right now is 2, with 2 on Marissa and 2 on Bridget. Does that sound cool?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I have a forward to against Bridget when talking about her inhumanity.
That'll be fun. It looks like so far you've been rolling very well. You only have 1 XPs.
But I've had
Well,
one level up.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
So I
Thank
only
you.
have 1 XP.
So, well, depending on how you look at it, you've been rolling the best then still. I'm going to stand by my statement, even though I was clearly confused and everyone saw it.
I think a lot of that came from other like getting XP from shenanigans.
Shenanigans happen, you know? Shenanigans happen. Let's see here.
Chaos is a ladder. I think someone said that once.
That sounds accurate for
Sounds-
Crina in every way, shape, and form.
It might be something that happens. Something, whatchamacallit, something, chicken pot pie. All right, where are we?
Ooh.
I'm sorry, am I making people hungry? That's my bad. I apologize. All right. Well, last time we had lunch, okay? Now, I am going to end lunch unless someone looks really worried about that idea. Cool. I think yeah, we had our lunch. We fade away on lunch. And I'm gonna go down the row. I'm gonna ask one of my classic Brian questions here. And I'm gonna say, Donovan, between today and tomorrow, what is the most important thing you want to get done?
Attending and helping record cheer tryouts for Bridget.
Okay, now that sounds like bullshit. I gotta dig into that a little bit more. Okay?
Sure.
That sounds like the answer that Donovan might tell someone. Okay, but is Donovan's goal just to record cheer tryouts?
No, he's hoping to see how Bridget behaves, learn a bit more about the cheer team, interact with other people that are there.
Okay.
Kind of a bit of just, I'm learning more about this class and Bridget, and we'll see what happens.
Are you taking these
Snooping.
tapes back, like you might be the head coach of the Patriots or something, and just start digging through?
I mean, maybe Donovan.
Or send them to your friends on
I
the
think that's
dark internet.
The NOS network.
I'm sure they'll enjoy.
No, none of that.
None of that? Okay. That's
Yeah,
good
yeah.
to know.
None of that.
What about you, Wolfe? What's the most important thing in the next couple of days?
Yeah, just before tomorrow, just going to cheer tryouts to emotionally support Bridget.
Why? Is there
Morally
something more
support her.
important tomorrow?
Swim tryouts.
Oh, that's good to know. Swim tryouts more important than Bridget. All right, thanks for telling us that.
Well,
Let's see here.
they're important in different ways, you see.
That was a good trap.
You like that?
That was a good
Yes,
trip.
yeah.
I'm taking notes.
Now,
I'll remember this.
this is all unfortunately for our notes, or fortunately for our notes, depending
Yeah.
on which way we're looking at it.
Fortunately.
This is all the players talking right now,
Yes.
and not the
Right.
characters.
And Stephanie isn't really keeping strings on all of us.
Right,
Yeah.
right, absolutely.
And you're
not.
not really a vampire.
Right.
Yeah,
Not
right.
all hostages here.
But yeah, that's basically it.
I like it. It's fun. It's great. That's all. Oh, you wearing your Gehenna Gaming tank top?
I am.
Nice.
It's the cam on the streets, Savant in the sheets one. You guys probably can't read
Amazing.
it.
Amazing. Speaking of
Sounds like I'll
which,
care.
did y'all know? Did y'all players at home that down below here, down below this my box, and the entire box, the boxes in the boxes. There's a bunch of boxes that have links in them, and I got to get my shilling out of the way while I remember it. And you can go to things like our shop and the Discord where we all hang out and talk to each other. So you should come hang out with us in the Discord if you want to, if you haven't done that already. But also, if you're enjoying the show, you can buy like T-shirts and things. In fact, we've got a Lumberjanes shirt now that you should totally check out. I'll try to remember to pull up a picture at the break, and then I'll hold up the picture. It'll be great. Anyway, got my shilling done. My producer friends will be happy. Let's see here. Oh, hey, it's Cory's up on the screen. Hey, Cory,
Oh.
what do you want to get done in the next 2 days?
I believe someone promised to talk to me after lunch about things I wanted to talk about, that being Crina.
Oh,
No,
yeah?
I think someone promised me to talk to me. I think that's how that works.
It sounds like the important thing to Cory is that conversation that's going to happen after lunch.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. I'm so glad there's only one Fae in this party. All right, let's see here. I have a feeling this would turn into some kind of competition. Bridget, speaking of competitions, what's the most important thing in the next couple of days?
I need to make Marissa pay for letting me down and bringing in Donovan.
Oh, okay, sure. That was awfully specific. So with that horrifying image in mind, let's go to Cory. Cory, where are you going to meet this person since
With
lunch
Crina?
just ended?
Do I not get to say what's important to me?
Oh, did I skip you?
Yeah.
You did.
I do this every week
It's
when
the
I'm
lack
trying to
of a
go through
picture
every
on the
character
slide,
and
I
skip
think.
people. I'm so sorry. You know what it was? It was because you were so involved in the other people's questions. Crina,
You forget
what's the
something
most
different every week.
Yeah. Well, that's why Monsterhearts and Powered by the Apocalypse games are so good in general, frankly. The serious MCing note is because you can't help but get so involved in everybody's
It's fun that
motivations
way.
and plots.
It's good.
Well connected.
Yes. But, Crina, it's your time to shine. What's important in the next few days?
I want to talk to Castile and see if maybe he knows something about these weird energy spikes that my brother has asked me
Whoa,
to
what a good
investigate.
person to ask! Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Right. Did I not include that in the what happened last week notes? I don't think I did. Or was that the week before now?
It was.
I don't know.
It was last week.
This particular, it was last
I
week.
can't believe
I
I
gazed
didn't note that.
beyond the veil again, and my brother said, "Yeah, okay, here's your information,
Right.
but you got to do a thing for me."
Right. Right. He gave you great tips on how to calm down teenage girls. And
By kissing them.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Good strategy.
start making out with them in front of everybody. It works great.
Wolf can see.
Lady kisses. We
See
have
Not
why
like
it
that
works.
nurse cared.
So on that note, Cory, did you specify where you were going to meet?
Well, I think since we're having like lunch together,
Yes.
I think I would just turn to her
You can
after.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, and just be like, hey, like as walking her to her next class, perhaps, or something like that, or ducking into a less traversed hallway.
And the so named her, are you down with that tactic?
Sure.
All right, great. So we're gonna slink away into a hallway. It sounded like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like a little nook of a hallway. that's
Yeah,
less
nook
than-
of a hallway. Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
because there are hallways that happen, and everyone's going to class, and it would be crazy if anybody who's like went to school all day and never went to a single class, right, Donovan?
I don't think
I'm
Cory-
going to some afternoon classes, and besides, I got bit. I was bleeding.
That's right. So, Cory,
I
you
think
find a
Cory's
quiet
gonna
space as everyone
Yeah.
heads out
Yeah.
into their classrooms. And what are you gonna say? Start us off.
So now that I've got a moment of your attention, Saturday party. Let me drive you.
Yeah.
There.
What?
Let me drive you there.
Why?
A friend of a friend. Just helping out.
I mean, I can get my own ride.
Yeah, but my ride's better.
I mean,
Very
like, yes,
responsible.
that particular ride.
I can
much
put the
better,
hood down. I know how much you like that.
Wait, are we still talking about cars?
Do you want to be?
I mean, definitely not. But like, I'm not your girlfriend, Cory.
No. I like he like definitely like pulls further back and his face scrunches up. I don't do girlfriends.
I mean, it's great because like I don't do being someone's girlfriend.
That's perfect. Yeah, no, don't need you to be my girlfriend. Don't
want to be your girlfriend.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. That's perfect. But what I do need, you like promises, right? You're like I feel like you usually end like you're always asking for them.
I mean, people give me promises.
Yeah, why don't we play a little game? You like games.
I love games.
How about you promise me that you'll let me take you to this party on Saturday, and I'll give you a promise that you want within reason.
I don't make promises. People make me promises.
That's true. Although, I guess you could say that. But how about this? We make an exception just this once, and I, Orleas Ananias Cordero Castile V, will find a way to get you something you want.
Wait, what? What was that like long string of words you just said?
Well, that was my name, so I was trying to like put some sincerity by there. Have you never heard a teacher call?
You have so many names. Who pays attention to all of that?
A lot of people. It's a thing.
Say it again.
Aurelius Ananias Cordero Castile V.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my last name.
Really?
Yes.
Does it like mean something? It's like really cool. It's pretty. I think. Yeah. Does it mean something?
It relates back to Basque Spanish origin roots of kings. Where my family's from. In Spain.
Interesting. Okay. We can make a deal, Cory. I'm not going to try and say all of that. I've forgotten it already.
I wouldn't want you to.
Good.
It's Cory.
Yeah, Cory's not short for any of that.
Cory is short for Cordero.
Okay, sure. Anyway, we can make a deal. If I go to the party with you on Saturday, what are you going to give me?
What do you want?
I mean, lots of things. Make me an offer.
You like weed, right? I'll get you as much weed as you want.
I can get my own weed.
All right.
All right, let's time out for a second here. I want to talk to the audience real quick. This has nothing to do with you two. Trust me, it has nothing to do with you two at all. So welcome to Monsterhearts, the game about the messy lives of teenage monsters. If you have not seen our previous episodes, I just want to remind the audience, and not you two at all, that there are various ways to get people to do things for you. We can certainly just do it in character and have a conversation, and then we see where things lie. There's a couple of moves that can sometimes get people to do things the way you want to do. There's turn someone on, where somebody would use their hot stat to sort of be flirtatious, and that often ends with somebody making a promise to you. There is shut someone down, which is really a move that you use when you're being sort of mean to somebody and putting them into their place, but you can sometimes spin that into getting somebody to do what you want. And then there is this idea of pulling strings. Now, we were talking about strings earlier and how many strings you have on somebody. If you have a string on somebody as a PC, you can do several things with it. You can give somebody a condition that's sort of like emotional baggage to carry around with them. You can add 1 to your roll against them, and you can do that after you roll the dice. And you can add 1 to the harm that you deal them if you're doing them harm. Oh, and then there's a 4th thing that I usually mention first, and I didn't for some reason this time. I don't know why. No reason. It has nothing to do with you two right now. It's you can tempt them to do what you want. You can essentially make them an offer, and if they take up that offer, you burn your string. You lose that string that you have on them. In exchange, they get an XP, and they know you have a 1 less string to do all other awful things against them. So now that the audience is all cut out, let's just jump right back into that scene.
Yeah, so string.
Oh, did you want to do something with string?
Yeah, I was gonna offer a string.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Stephanie, would you be willing to take that offer?
Yes.
Oh, how lovely.
Lovely.
Okay, so let's see here. That would mean that you have 2 strings on Crina now.
Yes.
And the lovely Crina has 2 XP.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's spin that. Let's just back up the conversation a hair, and we'll just spin it into Cory being even a little bit more charming and slightly more vague, maybe. I don't know. Go ahead, Cory.
Yeah, it's just a generalized, like I'll keep you in my mind's eye, and I'll make sure, when I hear things and things come about, I know Emily fairly well. She's always after me. I'll make sure she stays away from you.
Oh, Cory, you're so pretty. And it's a good thing because you're really kind of dumb. Here's what you're going to do. You are going to talk to me about whatever Castile is. I want to know all about it. But in exchange for that, I'll go to the party on Saturday with you since it's so important that I look like I'm your girlfriend.
No, it has nothing to do with being.
Sounds an awful lot like you want me to look like that. But anyway, do we have a deal?
Sure.
Excellent.
Now, out of character, you could still say no because Stephanie / Crina, in her wicked way,
can I still say no?
Can't sort of like twisted that string exchange.
Well, yeah,
added onto it in character a little bit.
I'm gonna in character know that. Yeah, okay.
We can always reverse give you the string back and take the XP away. You know what I mean? That was a little.
Yeah, no, you're not. No, Stephanie, trying to be sneaky there. No, I don't think. I think you know all you need to know about Castile there. It's my surname, and there's really not much to that unless you want to go look up the Spanish Castile royal line, which I'm not going to write you a history report on.
Oh God, why would I want your history report? I could write a better one myself now.
Of course you could.
Fine, if it's so important to you. I go to the party with you.
Yes.
I'll go.
Perfect.
With you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not your girlfriend.
I would never want that.
I'd be like push him away before you finish talking and just like walk away.
Just rolls his eyes and checks his phone.
Yay.
I would like to attempt to shut him down.
Oh, do you? Yeah, we can end.
Yeah,
with that.
I would like to attempt to.
Yeah, let's try it.
Cold is not a good stat for Crina, but we'll try.
Okay. Give me a coldy roll. Speaking of. Oh, great. Well, congratulations. You get XP. So that's 3 out of 5 XP. And let's see what happens. When you get 6 and under players at home, I get to do awful things. Let's see here. Or the best things, depending on your viewpoint. So it wasn't very cold. Cory, you don't feel hurt by the walking away.
I sincerely have no desire to date Crina.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's fine. You got what you wanted out of the deal.
I did.
But. Ooh, I know how to make this awful. So Cory, you were in a nook when you were having the conversation, a little hallway nook.
Yeah.
Out of sight, out of mind. Now, Crina, you leave as you stated. You give a little push. You start walking away, and as you walk out into the hallway proper, Guess who you see? You don't actually have to guess. I just have to look up the name. I forgot the person's name. Where are they? Where's my new character?
Kale.
Was it a new teacher? Are you a new
It's
teacher?
the principal. What was the principal's
Oh
name?
God.
Oh,
Javert.
okay.
Oh yeah, Mrs. Javert. Yeah, there's Mrs. Javert. And you almost bump into her. She's so close, and she looks up and she sees you, and she says, what did she say? I forgot your last name, Crina. What's your last name?
Zarka. Zarka.
Yeah, that's a great last name. She goes, Miss Zarka, the bell rang like 5-10 minutes ago. Why
did
aren't you
it?
in class?
Cory was, pinned me against the wall.
And she looks over your shoulder. And Cory, do you stay in your little nook?
Yeah.
I don't see Cory. I only see you.
He's right there. I'm gonna try and guide her
Okay.
over to see him.
Cory, do you respond when you hear these things? Do you do anything, or do you stand in that little nook?
I think I'm just hanging out.
Okay, great. So
I know
you
Miss
don't.
Javert can't do anything to me.
Great. So she follows and she goes, "Oh, you're right. There he is. Wait, he was pinning you against the locker?
Yeah.
Was this true, Mr. Castile?"
I mean, you just made the very phallic hand gesture I did.
Oh, I
Did you
missed
not
it.
see
I'm
that,
sorry.
Brian? No, he didn't.
That's what you do. Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic.
That's what Cory does.
That's what.
yeah.
Yes, thank you. That's what I meant.
Yeah. I'm actually blushing.
And Mrs. Javert is just beside herself. She goes, "Okay, well, you both have detention after school today. Please go to your
That's
class."
my fault. He had me there. He's a lot bigger than me. I'm really small.
I don't attend detention.
No, you have detention, and you both have detention. This is just very straightforward.
What was I
Okay.
supposed to do? He pinned me against the wall. I couldn't leave.
I am
Really,
not
Crina?
running an investigation here, miss. You don't seem particularly roughed up or out of breath or anything like that, okay?
So you're saying I deserved it. You're blaming me.
I'm going to walk
Yeah,
this
that's
way.
Blaming the victim.
You're going to go to your
wow.
class.
That's really messed up. I might have to should we tell the school paper about the way the school reacts to a parent?
Yeah, the principal just told victim blame me and said I deserve to be assaulted by a known assaulting person in
Okay,
school.
Cory, why don't you roll a cold to shut someone down, and you can add 1 for Crina's insistence that you're a dangerous individual.
Oh, thank God. That's an 11.
Okay, well, fantastic. If Mrs. Javert will stop and think about that for a moment and be like,
How about you just let us both go to class and we forget this ever happened, Miss Javert? I really don't want to get my parents involved.
you know what? That seems more than fair. Get to class.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll make sure that this stays off your permanent record and nobody ever has to talk about it again.
Sounds perfect.
I had enough phone calls from teachers for one day.
Mm-hmm.
She will start walking away.
Really? You really were trying to pin me? I do not deal with a no consent thing. No.
I mean, obviously I'd be consenting anyway. Whatever. I just didn't want attention. All right, I'll see you later.
Bye.
Go to class.
And then, yeah, he just it's whatever, bye. And they go the opposite
Yeah.
direction from one another.
Hooray! Of our other 3 stars, is there anything?
Do I gain a string for getting an 11 on a cold roll?
Oh, you know what? I think you do. Let's check the
I
math.
think that's one of my options.
Choose one from below. Oh, you get to do. Oh, yeah. What do you want to do? You can gain a string, or we can slap her with a condition, or you can take one forward. The most boring choice, but we don't judge people here.
I'm gonna grab that string.
Okay, great. Absolutely. 1 string on Mrs. Javert.
Yar.
Cool. Kill. Yes, Bridget. I saw your hand.
I have my next period class with Bex.
Do you really? Wow.
I'd like to.
You would like to. Yeah, I think we can do that.
With Bex and not with a Wolf.
Bex
Oh,
and,
of course.
and not with who?
Wolf.
All right, let's take a look at our classes here. What do we got for afternoon? Well, we've got something, with Donovan, Bridget, and not Marissa.
Mhm.
Why don't we name that something? We will call that something.
I think art. I don't have any electives yet.
Oh, Donovan, would you take art?
Sure.
Sure. Art class
It's a great way to kill time between the weekends.
with Donovan, Bridget, Bex, but not Marissa or Wolfe.
I'll be impressed if anyone gets that reference.
I don't. I'm sorry.
It's because you're too old.
Yes, it's because
way
I'm
too long.
ancient.
You're so old.
Well, I mean, he's an ancient vampire.
Great.
Yeah.
So it's art class. It's like the second day of school of the school year. So we're actually going to start some art today because yesterday obviously we didn't do anything. And we're starting our first big project today. So we're practicing shading and lighting angles with charcoals. So there's a lot of different staged things, and y'all just need to find a seat.
Okay.
Start
I'm going to sit next to
charcoaling.
Bex.
Yeah, there's lots of opportunity for chatter, I think, in a situation like that. Great. Yes, Bex is super happy that you chose to sit next to them as Bex got there early. Bex isn't crazy about art, but it's okay. It's kind of like a free class as far as Bex is concerned. Bex has got their big scratch pad. Be like, oh, hi, Bridget. Lunch was interesting.
Yeah, how's it feel to be at the big kids table?
I love your table. Your table's fantastic. It's like my new favorite table.
Great. That's what I wanted to hear. So you said that Cory and Wolfe were talking.
Oh yeah,
This morning.
it was kind of funny. Like Cory was totally hitting on Wolfe, and I think he wanted to invite him to a sex party, and he was comparing it to like, when we very respectfully hung out at the gazebo, but obviously it's not even close to the same thing, and I cleared that up right away.
Interesting. And Wolfe said no.
No, yeah, Wolfe was like, I'm not gonna do it. Very, very pro Bridget, and then was like all about going to cheerleading tryouts for some reason. I couldn't figure that one out.
Well, I've got him wrapped around my finger.
Yeah, I'm sure you do because your finger is excellent, and who wouldn't want to be there?
Anyway, listen, I think we're going to have to teach Marissa a little bit of a lesson.
Okay, you want me to push her down the stairs?
No, we've done that once already today.
Oh yeah, maybe that would. Obviously, I was just joking. I wouldn't want to push two people down the stairs on the same day. It would be crazy. Drown her.
I just be extra nice to her today. Make sure she feels like everything is fine.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's. I gotta admit, I didn't see that one coming when you said.
No, I want her to feel safe and secure and not be watching her back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. I mean, the day's almost over, but like maybe I will try to talk to her after cheerleading.
Well, I think we're going to drop her at cheerleading today.
Oh, okay. So at that point, we would stop being nice to her?
Oh, yes, at that point.
Okay, so I need to find time to be nice to her between
Just
now
catch
and
her in
then.
the hallway.
Touch her?
No, catch her.
Catch her! But nicely. Got it. I can do that.
Nicely.
I can do that. I am the person to do that. You got it, Bridget.
Good. And I'm going to also pull out my phone and let Tabitha know the plan.
What are you saying to Tabitha? Just sort of like, hey, make sure you're nice to.
No, I'm going to say where Bridget's going to pay for letting me down. My right hand spot has opened.
Tabitha says, well, I could fill that.
Good.
Yeah.
Don't let me down too.
I would never, Tabitha says, and there's 7 exclamation marks.
Okay. That's it. all I
Cool.
wanted
Isn't
to do
that
during
fun?
art class.
Nothing
Yeah.
sinister about that. Just fun promises and conversation. Donovan, you were in that class as well. They weren't particularly quiet.
Okay.
Yeah. Just throwing it
So
out there.
yeah, maybe I caught some of that then.
I think you might have caught a little bit of it. Yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, Donovan's probably shopping around eBay looking for something on, Roman Grecian mythology.
You're not even pretending to do the art project?
I might, occasionally make my way halfway through whatever the tasks were, but
Okay. Like every so often you make some hash lines or something. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. Ooh, shading. I've never done this before. Sure.
Okay.
Great. Wow. Yeah.
Mhm.
But Donovan's gonna wait to catch Bex right after class.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Oh, fun. To just make sure there's as much drama as possible there. Of the people who aren't in that class, is there anything that you want to do during your first class? No.
Well,
Cory.
I think so. I believe I got my promise. Did I get a response from he who must not be named?
I don't know. He didn't. He don't just call you and what? Come on now.
Or
What do you
text
want?
or anything
You
in
want to
relation
talk to
that?
he who must not be named?
Well,
You say his name
I-
constantly, by the way.
Yes, but as today is C for Castile.
Okay.
But I did the thing, and I want the I'm in my darkest self. I want the validation.
You want validation. So, okay, no, that's cool. That's fine. So, what class do you have after lunch?
I think what classes do we have on there already?
Well, we've got a smattering of classes, but the only class that you are specifically in at some point is you've got science lab and history so far.
Okay, so let's call this God, high school. The actual science no, because Bex would need to be there for that because they're in the other thing. Let's call this choir.
Yeah, choir as the extracurricular course itself.
Yeah, we've got art classes. It's choir.
Yes, I love it. So I've got to ask, Crina and Wolfe, do either of you take choir? I see a no. We're getting no's. All right, let's see. Who can we stick in choir? Let's look at our list here. Ingrid. We can stick Ingrid in choir. Absolutely.
Choir and band. She is very talented.
Absolutely.
I did both at high school.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I know so many people who were in both of those groups.
Emily and Mary?
Maybe Dixie?
I was thinking that too.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
we haven't used Dixie much yet.
Yeah.
There's also Milo. We haven't used them much either.
Yeah. Let's put Dixie, Ingrid, and Milo, the three caballeros. Let's put them in that class here, just for fun. So it's Cory. No other PCs. This is Cory's special quiet time. And we
Where
know
he goes and he's safe.
Dixie, Ingrid, and Milo are all in this. And you're starting your first song for the year, which is obviously Anything Goes, from Anything Goes, and then later performed in Chinese in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. But classic choir one. You're doing the English version, which will be great. But the choir director is already talking about trying to find Indiana Jones hats, just as like a little showpiece. No, I see Wolfe is just not approving. Anyway, what a perfect time to zone out and talk to the voice in your head. What do you want to say to the voice in your head?
I did the thing, Castile.
You go, oh yes, you did. You did a great job. Oh my goodness, Aurelius, you're so fantastic. You're the golden god of this school, and of course I will deliver. Don't you worry.
Oh, and I think he actually starts like smiling. Like this is probably like the first like nugget of moments since going dark. He's probably felt good about himself. Like he's getting that that recognition, that praise. You know, he's not getting yelled at the lunch table, like feeling like his old self. He's like, or being accused of being like an assaulter in school property. Like, he's smiling. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I know.
Yes.
You and I know this. You know, whatever.
Yes. Oh, yes. I mean, you and I believed in you since the very beginning. Of course, I would never give you a task that you could not accomplish, because there is no task you could not accomplish.
Exactly. I'm your avatar. I'm perfected for you.
Yes.
You would have no other way, of course.
Oh, you're going to have such a great time this afternoon. Oh, I promise. It's going to be magnificent.
Yeah. And Harry will be there.
Yes, of course. Of course he will be. I would never let you down.
No, I know that. I would never let you down.
No, and you never have.
And I never will.
I love you.
Like, he definitely looks a little uncomfortable. Like, no one has probably actually said that to him before. Like, legitimately, like, there's no chance his parents have ever said that. Or like with you, it's like, I love you as the voice of Castile. Like, no one has ever actually said these words to Cory.
Oh.
And I think, like, in that moment when he's like this shivering, needy, darkest self, like, I think there's just like that manly, like holding back, but nodding your head, like, just, yes.
Oh, it's great.
I'm in touch with my emotions.
You are. It's you do a great job. In fact, of course, the choir teacher takes notice, and when the bar finishes, and be like, I want everyone at this time around, I want you to pay attention to the way Cory is singing. There is a passion there that we just don't get enough for the collaborative efforts of Guy Bolton and PG Wodehouse. And Cory just really, you can really tell that Cory knows that anything goes.
Anything goes. And like, he says that and then just like walks out of the fucking class, like,
what?
Because anything goes.
Right? And I think the choir teacher will look at you and just go like, yes, just clap for you. And then like someone else tries it and goes, no, just one. So get back. It's like, it's not gonna fly.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun. I enjoyed that.
Beautiful.
I did too. That was great.
Wolfe. No, you're good, right? You gave me the good. Crina, did you give me the I'm good right now hand sign?
No, it doesn't have to be this particular class, but it's some class together with Tabitha and not Bridget before the end of the day.
Okay. No, let's go crazy. Let's make it now. So I think you, Wolfe, and Tabitha all have a class at the same time, right after lunch. What class shall we make that? Let's see here. Looking at our classes.
Maybe an English class, I guess.
That's what I was gonna say. Like an
Yeah.
Class.
We haven't seen our English teacher since homeroom anyway, so let's do that. I'm gonna just make some quick notes to make it clear that these are at the same time. English with Mick's ridiculous last name.
It's a great last name.
Best last name.
Best last name. Favorite teacher.
Crina, Tabitha, and Wolfe all have English class together.
Yeah.
And of course, let's see here. It's junior year, and you've got to start junior year with something that you've read 3 times already, depending on how many times you switch school systems. So we're doing The Lottery, the classic tale of small New England town, where you open a piece of paper and somebody dies.
I've not actually read that one.
I've not heard of that one.
Really? Oh yeah. Y'all Google The Lottery later.
It's great.
It's a short story.
It's a short, yeah.
Yeah, and they
Shirley
turned into a play, and it's been a TV movie as well.
It's good stuff.
And yeah, it's a lot, but they like to make high schoolers read it. You know,
They do.
it's
I mean, we just read Hamlet every single year.
every year.
Every year.
Ew.
Oh,
Bro,
Like-
Hamlet is reserved for junior year. What are these teachers doing?
Every year. And then I read it twice in college, too.
I'm so
It's
sorry.
terrible.
Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Well,
So the lottery.
the lottery is what you're reading. Anyway, but Crina, you've positioned yourself next to Tabitha, which just makes sense because you're part of the same friend group now. You're both wearing
exactly.
your cheerleader uniforms. You look fantastic, which is a great time for me to reveal. Oh, look at this new Tabitha art we got. Oh,
Yeah,
the artist on
I love
Instagram
her.
at Rubber Plucky. Rubber Plucky, you're the one. And what do you want to say? What do you want to say to Tabitha during this reading?
I will, make at least some effort to be kind of, quiet and sneaky and not attract
You're generally
attention
pretty good at
from
that.
Mixed Other Brick.
Yeah.
Usually. And I'll just lean over to Tabitha and be like, hey, we've read this, right? Like 3 times we've read this.
Tabitha says, I mean, I have, for sure. I mean, I read it for fun in the 2nd grade.
I mean, I've never actually read it, but I've read, the back of it and, some pages here and there.
Oh, well, no, you should read it. It's really good.
Okay, I'll take your... Anyway, so now it's a perfect time where we could talk. Remember, you promised me that you and I would just talk, just the 2 of us?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, you want to do that? I thought you wanted to do that after school.
I mean, now it's fine.
Okay, yeah, let's talk. Let's talk now.
Yeah. So, what's up with Bridget?
Bridget's the best, isn't she? Oh my gosh, I love her.
Super great. Yeah.
I love her.
Super great.
Super
Yeah,
great.
she's the best.
She's the
Yeah,
best.
she's the greatest.
She's
Really, truly.
super
believe it.
awesome. Yes, amazing.
Yeah. But what's her deal?
The what? There's no deal. What do you mean deal?
I mean, she wasn't always like this, right?
I mean, I can only assume she was, and just people didn't notice. But I mean, I wasn't a cheerleader my whole life. I didn't even think that I could be, for a while.
Yeah.
And
how did that happen? How did you become a cheerleader?
oh, well, Bridget noticed me and just knew how much potential I had and was like, "You should come do this and be friends with us." And I did, and I had so much fun.
What did you do
What?
to make Bridget notice you?
I don't think I did anything. I think it was all Bridget and her eye.
But how did you get her attention? How did you get her notice?
I didn't do anything special. It wasn't me that was special. It was Bridget.
I'm gonna reach out and put my hands on her arm
Mm-hmm.
and be lean in real close and be just think real hard. There must have been something, right?
And she will think about it for a second. She'll go.
I'm trying to use turn somewhat odd.
Oh, okay.
Here.
I thought you were, and then there was more text, and I wasn't sure. So you roll turn some on. Please do. Yes.
11.
11. It's really good. And she smiles. She thinks for a second, and then she turns to you with a smirk. And she goes, "I think it was because I was tall."
Yeah, that must totally be it. Don't they need tall, big cheerleaders at the bottom?
Right,
yeah,
right.
Must
And
totally.
skinny, which I think is a whole popular thing. And I thought that I was just oh, I'm lanky. Look at all my arms. And I'm sorry. Lanky, look at all my arms. But Bridget was just no, underneath all of this. She was, what she was like? She was like that old gay man that my parents watch who then went on to be in Disney cartoons, and he's just let it go designers. She just knew.
I don't know who that is. No.
I don't know either.
Okay. But when did you become friends? Is that when you became friends with her?
Yeah. No, we weren't friends before. She just was she found me. She was like, "Tabitha, you are so much better than you think you are. can we talk about you? And she was like, let's come over to my house this afternoon and we'll talk about you. And, you know, we did. And she was so sweet and she paid so much attention to me. And then, like,
you didn't like just talk, did you?
What?
I mean, you didn't. I mean, you talked, but like you did more than just talking that night, right?
Oh no, Bridget went down on me. It was great.
Yes, it's awesome. Yeah, she's really good at that, actually.
She's really good at that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I guess she just, saw you and knew you and chose you for the cheerleading squad. Like, chose me. We're like pulling my uniform.
Yes, she chooses people that she knows she can bring out the best in them. And I was
she's so great.
It's oh my gosh, it's made my life incredible.
Okay. Yeah. So like keep talking about Bridget probably for like the rest of the period.
Yeah, absolutely. Fun. Yeah. Cool. All right, that was cool. And let's close that for a second. I definitely didn't have to look up anything goes. Let's see. All right, cool. So that was that. That was fun. We had fun there. I'm going to give you a string on Tabitha out of that scene, Crina. My original intent was to promise something, but she really just sort of just outright told you what you think you wanted to hear, which is not the same thing as a promise, especially when I'm dealing with Crina. So I don't think it would be fair to call that a promise, so you get a string instead.
Probably not, no.
Cool. Let's see, what else should we do this afternoon? Who has something they still want to get done? Yes, Donovan.
Trying to run into Bex right after class.
You do. You want to run into Bex. So the bell rings on those 3 classes, and everyone runs out to the hallway. And you see Bex. Bex goes to their locker like super quick, just like is like switching things way faster than Bex needs to, and then is like looking around when you see that.
Right. And I did overhear they were looking for Marissa?
Yeah, you did. You probably can guess that that's what they're doing right this second. Yep.
Okay. So I'll try to, if I see her or I know where she is, I'll try to maneuver myself in that direction so Bex will run into me on the way.
Oh, yeah. So let's do that because that's way more fun than just having you stop Bex. So, yeah, you have a really good memory. And we established earlier, where I lost my classes already. No, I didn't. There they are. That when you have art class, Marissa is in the class across the hallway. So while Bex, who pays less attention to that, went straight to their locker to like switch their books quickly and then find Marissa. You know where Marissa is. There's Marissa. Marissa's going to their locker, which is probably where Bex is going to go next, so you can position yourself.
All right. And then I'll try to get like Bex's attention with a warm smile.
Great. So yeah, you see Bex like frantically navigating the hall to get to Marissa, and you smile, and Bex is just like hi to your finger and tries to keep going.
And then gestures towards Marissa.
And Bex is just like, yeah.
And then I'll walk up beside them as we head over to Marissa.
Okay, great. So Bex thinks they're walking away from you and goes up to Marissa and is just like, hey, and then you're right there, too. So that's how...
Hey. Hi, beautiful. Donovan smiles to Marissa.
Okay, I couldn't tell which one you were talking to.
Yeah, fair.
And Marissa will look up and is obviously disgusted with you. And it's just like, hey, asshole, what do you want?
Just seeing how your day's going. Seemed like you had a rough lunch.
Marissa's like, I didn't enjoy my lunch, obviously.
Sorry to hear that.
Bex is like, yeah, I'm sorry too. I am super sorry about that. We love you.
Bex, are you okay? How's the leg?
Leg's fine. It's, I barely feel it anymore. But let's talk about Marissa.
Yeah. Well, if your leg feels pretty tight or bothers you at all, let me know. I'm very good at massage, and Donovan will kind of like lean in a little as I try to roll hot.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Can I ask that Cory be in this hallway and observing this?
Yeah, why not?
Since he's been keeping
That
an eye
sounds
on
great.
Donovan.
I'm worried about a failure, but we'll see.
Cory is stucking.
6 and 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9.
9. All right, 9's a number. Let's see here. On a 7 to 9, they can give you a string or choose one of their reactions. Yeah, great. Bex will suddenly go like flush, just like bright red, and just like, I mean, we could talk about that at some point, because I gotta get ready for swim tryouts tomorrow. So if you
Yeah,
know
that seems important,
about
right?
that, yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds, yeah. Sort of forgetting about Marissa for a second.
I'd be happy to. And Marissa, good luck. I doubt you have to try out again tonight. Just, be careful.
Marissa will sigh and be like, "No, it's gonna be fine. I'm on the cheerleading team," and we'll start to walk away. And Bex goes, "Shit," and we'll turn to the walking away Marissa and be like, "Yeah, you're gonna be great tonight. We're all rooting for you."
You really should listen better to Bridget. You're going to be too obvious, so maybe try just actually helping her instead of just false platitudes.
And Bex will lean close to the locker, be like, "Hey, I'm being very subtle.
No, you're not.
I am, and I don't appreciate your."
I'm trying to help you so Bridget doesn't, get upset. You need to do a good job for her.
I do. Okay, all right. What do you suggest then? How would I help her before school ends?
Be nice. Ask her what she did for lunch afterwards. See if she needs help carrying anything. See if she needs help with setting up for, the practice tryout.
She's already gone, though.
Yes. But do you have to go to class? No. Go after her.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Cool. And Bex will.
You're welcome.
Run down the hallway.
All right. Donovan will head to his next class.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over to Donovan. Actually.
Yay!
All right.
You really have a tendency to just put yourself into people's business.
There's a lot of business going on, it seems.
Any particular reason that it's finally interesting to you?
This is a very interesting class.
Right. Well, how about you stay and play with Bridget and her friends, and you just leave me alone from now on? Sound good to you?
Are you coming to tryouts?
Absolutely not.
Have plans?
Amazing plans.
I'm sure. Maybe you should come to tryouts.
No. Why would I waste my time at cheerleader tryouts?
It seemed like you were trying an awful lot at lunch to make an impression.
No. I just want things to be smooth.
So you were trying to make an impression. You're trying to make things easier for yourself.
Things are always easy for me.
Then why were you trying?
Maintaining order. Flowers have to be pruned.
Order. Okay. I'm curious. Why are you afraid of Bridget?
No. Bridget likes to keep, and I think I'm gonna look around. Is there anyone else around here?
I mean, it's been a few minutes now. The bell's gonna ring any second. So,
right,
are there people in the hallway? Yeah, but they're few and far between.
I'm gonna whisper.
Okay, whisper. That's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna whisper. It's best. I'm not actually going to whisper because you won't hear me. It's best for Bridget to think that she's in control of everything. That's what she enjoys, and I don't need to sit on some high school pedestal. That's just inane.
You just want to have a good time.
Exactly.
Right.
And so it's an easier, smoother good time for Bridget to think she's in charge and for her to think I do what she wants or what she enjoys. She also does host a good party.
Yes, Saturday. Do you know what Wolfe's deal is?
He thinks with his head below the belt only? And not in the fun way?
Oh.
Like the kind that's attached to one singular girl, which is sort of lame.
He turned you down.
No. but he's just got a thing for Bridget, which I guess if you're into getting stepped on, which it seems like he would be, like that's good for you, but
Maybe he just doesn't like getting bitten.
no, most people enjoy my bites.
Yeah, I didn't, but I took care of it. Don't you worry. And
I don't worry about you.
oh, okay. Maybe you should roll cold for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just right. Ooh, that's an 8.
8. That's pretty cold. It's pretty cold.
Yeah.
Let's see what it says here.
Being pretty for me.
Choose one from below, but you come across poorly, and they give you a condition in return. Donovan, you got a strain on Cory?
I have 5.
Yeah. So
I'll take one of those.
Okay. So
I
they
like one of
lose a
those.
string on Cory, but we get to give Cory yet another condition. Let's just review Cory's conditions here for a moment. We've got jocks hate me, unsympathetic, conceited, and self-subterfuge. I don't see any of those going right now, but what do you think based on the conversation you're having right now there, Robbie?
Wow. Let's see.
We could like pump one up. Like maybe we could pump up conceited, or we could give him something like mysterious liar, but better. I don't know.
Yeah. Donovan is, I guess, a little bothered by this because Donovan has showed some interest in Cory and it keeps going back and forth. But at the same time, Cory came over and sought him out. So maybe Donovan is thinking he's crushing a little and doesn't want to admit it.
Ooh.
Or like mixed signals or something like that.
Well, I want it to be something in the back of your head.
My head.
So, it doesn't. The fact that Donovan is getting mixed signals is,
no.
I think, less of a thing. But if Donovan's getting mixed signals, are you throwing any energy back, Donovan? Because if you're getting...
I mean, Donovan's been flirtatious this whole time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because what we could do on top of all this, we've got jocks hate me, unsympathetic, conceited, self-subterfuge. We could give him a condition like heartthrob, or
but Cory would like that. I don't know. I would suggest tease, but like Cory would see that as a good
don't
thing.
have to be negative, right? They're emotional baggage, and
maybe conflicted or something.
Yeah, I can see
hot and cold.
Yeah, hot and cold's a good one. I like that too. I'm okay.
I don't know that.
It feels so complicated that it's like, oh, what's the right?
Yeah, let's do conflicted.
Adjective.
I think conflicted is easy enough, but that's some baggage that can play with the other conditions.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Conflicted.
So Donovan just goes, I mean, it seems like you do, the way you keep I don't know, throwing me up against the wall or the lockers and coming over to talk to me. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just you have some family issues that you need to resolve. Maybe a parental figure, maybe some daddy issues. I don't know. But if you think I can help you out, I'd still like to talk to you about it sometime, especially that whole golden child thing. I mean, I'm here to talk. I'm here to talk, Cory.
Roll cold. You call him out on his daddy issue.
Damn.
Oh.
Donovan's got like a knife, like right to everyone's heart.
Donovan doesn't know how to talk to people, I think.
6 and 4 and 10 is 2 is 12.
Oh, okay.
And do I have a forward on you right now that I have to use?
You do have a 4
yes,
on Donovan.
I do. So it's
That's
13.
An amazing 13. Wow, isn't that? Wait, am I looking at the correct sheet?
I just took the forward away off Donovan.
Good. So that's nice. So choose one.
2, because I'm cold as ice.
Oh, you are cold as ice.
I
I have to do
guess
that every episode. It's
I
bullshit.
will
Get that string back.
get the string back, so let's back up to 5.
Great.
Rather forward.
And I'll give a condition of daddy issues.
Oh, that's such a good
Ooh.
condition.
Yeah.
So nice.
Good,
So kind.
good.
Daddy issues. Cool. Love it. Great job, everybody.
I think he's gonna. So you're gonna say this, and he's gonna glare, and he's gonna say, "I have someone much better in my corner than a daddy."
And the bell rings. But you can keep talking because y'all don't go to class anyway.
Yeah.
I really
I-
value class, so I should go. And Donovan will turn around.
I was done with you anyway. he'll just walk out.
Yeah, Donovan heads to class.
Great.
Hurriedly.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's lovely. Thank you. I'm throwing it back out, throw my net back out to the entire cast here. You have anything you want to do before after
I have
school
a
stuff?
2-second action that will literally take nothing.
What's your 2-second action?
So I'm gonna take a photo of a list that Bridget gave me,
Okay.
text it to my mom's assistant,
Yes.
and say buy ×2, and then I'm also going to, and like say just load that into one of the cars.
Yep.
And additionally, place in my room a bottle of Old Rip Van Winkle, Pappy Van Winkle's Family Reserve 23-year-old Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey.
Yeah, and you definitely weren't reading that off a website, right?
Nope.
Okay. Bridget,
I love you, Kay.
I saw a glimmer in the Bridget
I
corner.
want to catch Wolfe at least just before cheer practice. I want just a little moment with Wolfe.
Oh, I think that's fair. Anybody want to do something before that? Cool, we're out of somethings. I love it. So, Cory, we know where you're going after school. We're going to put a pin in that because we'll have the Cory show in a minute, perhaps after the break. Are we putting Cory in a box? What is that? What are you doing? I think you're muted.
You're muted.
You're muted, Rob, or something.
That's what Cory's doing after class.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's sexual motions. Got it.
Yes.
Was that what that is?
Yeah, that's what that is. You didn't know that? This is what sexing looks like.
Yeah, that's the gesture we used in the 1800s.
Yes.
Oh,
right.
okay.
That's what.
Yeah.
That's why we were all confused.
Yeah. Sorry. I'll teach you about the glove and fan sign language too.
So, everybody heads out to cheerleading practice, which is super exciting. And Bridget, can we put you at like the door to the field? So as like people are going by, you're almost like the greeter, so you can stop Wolfe. Does that sound
Sure.
fun?
Yeah.
I just like that imagery.
Yeah.
So you're just like, oh, there's my ducks, there's my ducks, there's my
Yep.
ducks.
Mhm.
And then you're like,
I'm having the new girls like go sign in. I'm directing
Mhm.
them to like the sign
Yeah.
up desk.
and there's Wolfe.
Yeah, I'm gonna kiss him.
Oh.
Oh, he actually kisses back.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I'm gonna say, so I heard from Bex, Cory invited you to some sort of party today.
Yeah, he was like weirdly very pushy about it. I don't know why. It was just so hard for him to understand that like I'm with you and that I don't want to like go and sleep around with like other people. Like
I'm gonna run my fingers through his hair and say, I don't want to have to take you away from your friends. You know, if you want to go together after this, we could just drop in. Cory is all about like making sure everyone's invited to parties. Remember, he wanted you to make sure I invited him to my party.
I think at first Wolf will just be like, "Oh yeah, of course, duh." But then like a split second later, he's like, "Wait, do you like?
I
Do you
mean,
want to
if-
sleep with him?"
No, but like it seems like you want to go, and I'd
No,
like to
no,
go
no,
with
no,
you. I
I-
want to be a good girlfriend to you.
No, you're already the perfect girlfriend.
I'm gonna spend a string and say we should go. If you want to take that XP.
Okay, Brian, tell me how you interpret this answer. This is how he's
Okay.
going to answer, and you tell me if this is accepting or not.
Okay.
So Wolf will just say, I mean, yeah, we can stop by, but I mean, I don't think out of character that Cory gave him any details about it. Like, I can't remember exactly what he said last
I
week.
think he told you it was at his
At
apartment.
his like
He
weird
did not.
apartment.
No,
Okay.
Brian,
Okay.
the
yeah.
MC, asked where this
Yeah.
orgy
Okay,
was going
yeah.
Yeah,
on.
you guys
Okay.
do not know, especially because the invite
Yeah.
to you was in person and not like
Right.
a text.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's yeah. So we'll be like, I mean, Cory didn't really tell me where it is.
I mean, just text him. You have his number.
I can try. I'll ask.
Sure.
And he will still look a little confused, a little like he'll actually look a little embarrassed, like, and kind of lean in and just be like, am I like not good enough?
Oh, of course you're good enough, but don't you want to show off your girlfriend?
I think everyone already looks at you, Bridget.
I mean, that's true, but
But yeah, like I'll text him while you're doing your thing, and I'll
Right.
see.
Okay. So it sounded to me like you were agreeing to go as long as you can figure out how to get there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think that's agreeing. Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was just worried that
Yeah.
like because
It's
he
not quite
doesn't
the same
actually
as
know.
like the Crina level promises.
Yeah.
Where it's like, no, you need to get there. Like,
Yeah.
no, you're gonna try to get there, which is you agreeing to go. You know, like,
Okay,
Yeah.
sweet.
okay.
And
So-
there's like even as this conversation is over, there's still just like that, like, kind of dejected look on his
Mhm.
face, like, oh, she doesn't think I'm good enough, and now she needs to sleep with
Oh.
all these other people.
A little.
Oh,
Wolf, did you give yourself XP on your sheet?
I did.
Okay, cool. So I won't do it as well. Fantastic job being pathetic. All right, now, cheerleading practice, super fun. We've got juniors, seniors, sophomores. Most of those kids are you've seen them before. They're either people on the team or people who didn't quite make the cut last year. You've got some new freshmen, very excited,
Yep.
young blood there. We've got Donovan, who's super excited. Donovan, what are you filming with? Are you just using your phone or?
No, Donovan would get like cameras from maybe the journalistic group or whatever passes for the AV equipment,
Yeah.
that they have for the school,
Mhm.
and set them up. Make sure to check with Bridget where she wanted things, what she wanted recorded.
Cool. Yeah, I have a feeling the AV club and the student paper share a camera.
Yeah, makes sense.
So yeah, you got permission to borrow that.
Yeah.
So let's make that more important because we specifically called out in our homeroom construction a tech kid. So Xavier is going to be there with you, just to
Sounds
make
good.
sure that you don't, if you have questions with the equipment, make sure it gets back into the closet because Xavier obviously has a key.
Donovan would be very short with Xavier every time Xavier tried to be, controlling of certain things.
It's fair. You're mean, so.
Yeah.
And Crina, you're there, right? Did you keep your promise? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay.
I said I would be there.
Did you sign in on the sheet as you're new?
Well, I was going to ask, am I already on the squad or am I trying out?
Who are you going to ask? You going to wait for Bridget to be done making out with Wolfe, or are you going to ask one of your other friends in cheerleading?
Oh, this was Stephanie asking the group.
Oh, okay. I don't know that Crina knows the answer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think you might need to ask in person.
I mean, did you already have a uniform, though?
You do have a
You do.
uniform. You can make an assumption.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go stand with everyone else who's
Great.
already in
You're
uniform
not
and is
signing
clearly
in or
already on
anything.
the
You're just gonna be
yeah
out there
Okay.
with the
signing
people
anything.
who've been wearing uniforms all day. Absolutely. Why not?
Okay.
Great. Bridget, it's your show. You're the cheerleading
Okay.
captain.
I think first thing we're gonna do is for all the new girls, we're gonna do like a display of some of the routines that they're gonna be expected to do from last year. And I'm not going to be doing them. I'm going to be kind of explaining them while I tell the group to do them. Crina, what are you doing in this instance?
I'll just stand next to you and be excited. When you talk about the routine, I'll just point. I'll be your Vanna Whites is what
I'll
I'll
let
do.
that happen. Yeah, that sounds
Okay.
good.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
It's not always appropriate. Sometimes it's weird, but you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. And they do some of the basic like defense cheers and the like, stuff with pom poms,
Mm-hmm.
and they make a pyramid, and then we get to throws, and
Ooh.
some of the girls get all around and they surround Marissa, and I nod to Tabitha. This is the time.
Okay, so there's Tabitha. With a couple, one other person. I don't know how many people does it take to throw Marissa. I don't know.
Probably like 4. She's not that big.
They usually do
It's
3 to 4
usually
blocks.
it's usually 3 to 4 because you have 2 to 3 people actually doing the tossing, and then one person who's there as a spotter to break.
That's a lot of people, but I mean, yeah, let's do it right. So there's Tabitha is the middle person. Like you can get 2 people on the other side of Tabitha, and one person in the back just in case something weird happens, and up goes Marissa, and she doesn't go straight up. Tabitha kind of gives a oof, like a and with that noise happens, and there goes Marissa, flies 6 feet up in the air and 4.
This is
5 feet
a
back.
place that I would like to enact my vengeance
Oh,
on Bridget
please.
for breaking my promise.
Who broke your promise?
Yeah, when she was always going to be good to me,
Who?
and then
Bridget?
she very much was
Bridget.
not. Yeah.
Okay. So
I was mean to her in
so you
homeroom.
wanna make
Yeah.
Bridget fuck up right now?
Yeah, I want Marissa to come down on Bridget.
I don't think that is Bridget fucking up though.
I want vengeance on, I don't know, I want something to happen. I want her to be harmed.
Okay, but what's the phrasing on your thing? I think Bridget has to make a mistake, right?
When spinning a string to even out the score and get justice on a broken promise, add these options to pulling strings.
Yes.
Including they fuck up something simple at a crucial moment, suffering 1 harm if appropriate, or add 2 to your roll on an act of vengeance.
Yeah. See, I don't think we can be that specific right now because Bridget's not really doing anything. So I would save it, or I would make a roll. You have to do it. You have to be your own hammer of vengeance, and you can get a bonus to it.
Okay, so is it obvious that they are going to let Marissa fall? Like, would I be able to see that happening?
I don't think so, because my understanding is that you haven't paid much attention to cheerleading before this. And also, I think that you don't really give a lot of tells right before you're about to throw somebody if you're going to change the direction. In my head, you start going up and then you just sort of like jerk. So I don't think it's... And you were in art class with Donovan, and Donovan... well, actually, that part was all text anyway, so Donovan didn't even get to hear that part.
Well, I was just
that
are
part
they
did
like
happen,
very
I thought.
obviously
But nobody
moving
told you.
out of the way so that they don't catch her and let her fall?
No. I think in my head, instead of like getting out of the way, it's Tabitha's acting alone, and as the center person, it is just like literally changing the trajectory of the throw. That was what I was doing. So instead of throwing her,
like Marissa's going this way instead of just going up and right back down.
yeah, that's right. Instead of going up, Marissa's essentially going over Tabitha's head.
Okay.
Like, woo!
So I would be able to see that though.
Yes, once Tabitha is airborne, not Tabitha, Marissa, you're like, okay, that's not right.
Right. Can I push Bridget into Tabitha or into Marissa's path?
Now there is something. Yes. So I'm gonna have you roll volatile, and you can burn your string and add 2 to that roll.
Wow.
There we go. See, and that, audience, is how you play Monsterhearts. Okay?
Welcome to high school, everybody.
Yeah, welcome to high school.
This is Bring It On 7.
It's an 8.
An 8, even with the +2?
I have a -1 volatile.
So it's an 8. It's a good thing you burned that, which is great. Let's see here. So I'm rolling this as slash out physically. If that wasn't obvious.
Yeah, that's what I assumed.
So you get to choose. Do you want Bridget to learn something about your true nature in this moment. Do you want me, the MC, to decide how bad the harm turns out? Or would you like to go darkest self as well?
It's very tempting, actually. I've never gotten to do darkest self before.
Oh.
I can pretty much guarantee you will.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait on that a little bit because
Okay.
we've already got 2 other people in darkest self. I'm gonna wait a little bit on that.
Knowledge or harm?
Knowledge.
Knowledge.
Well, okay, yeah. By knowledge, I mean you decide how bad the harm turns out.
Oh, that's different. Okay,
Oh.
sorry.
the opposite.
So harm then.
No, I changed my mind. We're gonna do it. This is the last time.
Okay.
I want she learns something about me and gets a strength. That's
Okay,
what I want.
great.
Done.
Great. So, Bridget, as Crina pushes you, and I'm sure, I shouldn't say I'm sure, maybe Crina will in a second go, oh, I'm so sorry I tripped or whatever. But in the moment, she pushed you, all right? You've pushed enough people, you know what it feels like to get pushed. And and you go tumbling forward. There is sort of like this psychic feedback for a moment. Because we've been learning, slowly but surely, that your majestic silver tongue is not just a honed skill, but there's a little bit something more there. And you get this image of something more as well. You kind of like feel power, not unlike that feeling you get when you are sort of toying with your gang. And you stumble forward and you like turn in slow motion. And as you look at Crina, you see just the flash and image of this very like woodsy, gaunt individual over Crina's shoulder. And then you hit the ground and everything goes back into fast motion, and Marissa lands on top of you. And you're gonna take a harm.
Okay.
I'm still gonna give Marissa a harm because that's just not fun. And now I get to decide how many harm Marissa takes is by my own rules. Marissa is athletic. I'm gonna let Marissa go all the way up to 4 harm. And Marissa is just confused. And I think I'm going to take the suggestion from the chat. As soon as she's up in the air, she knows something's wrong, and she sort of screams. And then so when she hits you, she like instinctually sort of like rolls off, and then like freezes, just like check in and make sure that like she's all right. She's breathing heavy, and Tabitha turns around and hasn't noticed that you're on the ground yet. Just looks at Marissa and just kind of goes like this to her. Little looking at you. But then sees you and is clearly confused, like Tabitha doesn't understand what just happened. What do you do, Bridget? Or Crina? Or Donovan?
Donovan would shout, "Oh, it's great Bridget tried to catch you."
I know, that was so brave of you, Bridget.
We're just going to be confused
Are you
for
okay?
just a second, and then be like, yeah, that's what happened. I tried to catch you, Marissa.
Is everyone okay?
Marissa's like, yeah, I'm just sort of banged up, but I'm okay. Thanks, Bridget.
You're welcome.
Tabitha goes, yay!
Wolfe is like over on the sidelines, like staring in their direction. Like, are they okay?
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of limp off the field and go sit on like the bleachers.
Oh, near Wolfe?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Wolfe, before Bridget can get there, let's text Cory.
Yeah, let's text Cory.
So, Cory, you're on your motorcycle, which is your favorite place to receive text messages. And You get a text from Wolfe that says,
"Hey, you still having that?" And he puts in quotes, "get together after school today or later today."
So I think you get a response back, a text back, as Cory's texting his motorcycle, that says, "Sorry, I think you have the wrong phone number. This is just for my friends."
"Oh, can you roll a shut someone down? Because you're quite literally shutting someone down right now."
7.
7. Okay, great.
Get another condition.
This is ridiculous.
Uh,
I'm never gonna
Wolfe,
lose
do you
any-
have any strings on Cory?
Yes, I think I do. Let me look. I have 1 on Cory.
Great.
Yes.
Cory, do you want to kill that string? Slap.
Sure.
Well, okay. We're gonna
Yeah,
kill
let's kill
that
the string.
string.
A string.
Yep. And so yeah, you're semi hurt, Wolfe. You're a little hurt. What do you want to do in response, and that'll help us build our condition.
I think so. He said, sorry, I have like such short-term
okay.
memory, terrible short-term memory, where he's like, "This is a number only for my friends," or something
It was
like
like,
that, right?
"Sorry, I think you have the wrong number. This is, only for my friends." Like,
Yeah. I think he'll just say he's gonna try to reason with them. Just be like, "Look, Cory, I'm sorry about what happened before. This is me trying to make amends."
No response.
Oh.
Yeah, it's left on red.
He just looks down at his phone. With that in mind, sorry, what condition does Cory have
Cory
right now?
has jocks hate me, unsympathetic, conceited, self-subterfuge, conflicted, and daddy issues.
Can I remove jocks hate me because Wolf a jock is clearly trying to get into my orgy?
You know what? I'll accept that logic. Yes. And let's replace it with something. I mean, Cory kind of set us up. I almost want to suggest like friendless.
Like Cory has no friends.
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
Okay.
Wolf's trying to be his friend,
But it,
he's
has been
failing.
rejected.
He makes it so difficult.
He really does.
It's
So
almost like he
difficult.
has walls around his heart.
Yes. And I realized while we were doing that scene that Cory's gonna be on his motorcycle for like a minute.
Yeah, I was gonna say something, but I was just gonna let it go.
Right, because you put your apartment like right in downtown, which the school
like a block
is
from
like
the school.
Stone's throw.
Yeah,
away
he's like,
from.
"Yoink."
Maybe
gotta
just
get
take
it in
a
the-
little joyride, you
Yeah.
know, get excited.
He decides
Parking
to go
garage?
around the rotary a few times.
Hey, I
People,
definitely bummed rides from my mom to high school when I was in high school, and I lived like across the street from the high school. Well, like in the winter, it's cold. They don't plow the sidewalks very well.
That's fair. I had a friend in high school who literally lived like the high school had like a really long like drive essentially that went up to like the football field, and she lived directly across from the end of that. And in the winter, she would bum rides.
I don't blame
It's a
her.
real problem.
It's also an easy way to bum a ride because you're right there.
It's
like,
true. Like
Exactly.
everyone goes by your house. I mean, come
exactly.
on. Cool, fun. So now Bridget is sitting.
Yeah. So
Yeah, Marissa
I think-
won't though. Marissa's gonna tough through the rest of cheerleading practice / tryouts.
I think as soon as like Bridget comes to sit down next to Wolfe, he'll just say like, "Oh my gosh, are you okay? Like, what happened?
I'm not sure.
You tried to catch her, right?"
Yeah. That's what happened.
Yeah, totally. Like, but like, how did that happen? Like, you didn't mess up clearly. Was it like Tabitha? Like,
Yeah,
was it Marissa? I don't know how cheerleading works. Wolfe says with a shrug.
It all happened so fast. I'm not sure.
Huh. Well, but you're like, okay, right? And he's like looking her up and down to make sure she's not like actively bleeding or anything.
I think she's got like, I think she might be like on her like leg or something.
Got like a
she might-
scrape or something.
Yeah.
And he's just
Um,
like, "Oh my gosh, are you okay? Do you need to like go to the nurse?" He's like
Um,
doing the whole like he's like completely worried over like it's like nothing, but
Yeah, I guess. I want to clear my darkest self because I think I'm relinquishing part of my power to someone more deserving,
Oh, really? Who?
which is Crina right now.
Oh, cool. Yeah, all right. I'm cool with that as long as you continue to own it a bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Crina.
I'm confused about what happened, and I just totally got. I lost that one.
Okay.
he got played.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you're not willing to fight it. I think if
Yeah.
we're gonna relinquish, we
Yeah.
have to. Okay,
Yeah.
cool, great. I think that's fine. Boom. Back to
Yay.
just mean Bridget instead of dark and mean Bridget.
Yeah.
Um,
Until Wolfe and I hook up again.
yes.
Whoops.
Speaking of Crina, Crina, you're kind of short, aren't you? Did we say you
Yeah,
were on
real
the...
tiny.
Yeah, you're tiny.
Yeah.
So Tabitha goes, well, now that we got the worst case scenario out of the way, Crina, do you want to give it a try?
No, I don't think I do. That was really scary, and I don't think I want to go up.
You don't trust me?
I mean, Marissa trusted you.
And look, Marissa's fine.
She's very much not fine. In fact, I don't think I want to be a cheerleader anymore. And I'll walk over to Bridget actually.
Wow.
And like that was like it was so great of you to invite me, but like that was really scary, and I don't want to be a cheerleader now. Like I'm really little, and I could get hurt.
Can I, before you answer, Bridget, can I actually have you roll cold, Crina? I think this is a keep your cool move because you're kind of going against the power, and having the condition one of them that power is there.
Yeah, I was hoping that like shoving her was gonna remove the condition because.
Yeah.
I mean, it might, but at the very least, for getting out of cheerleading, and then I'll think about that.
Okay.
In fact, let me look at that while you do math. Math-lodian.
I got a 5.
Okay, cool.
Like I can't add strings to get it to anywhere good.
So I'm absolutely gonna clear one of them because I think that's a fair argument that you kind of broke the chain of command there.
Yeah. I also like I don't feel like Crina feels afraid. Actually, she's just saying that. I think she feels very powerful right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think that
she just got vengeance.
Okay, that's fair. All right.
She's just saying that she's scared because she knows that that's a thing that like people will be like, oh yeah, totally understandable or whatever.
Right, because you walked away from that Bridget having relinquished some power essentially to you.
Yeah.
Didn't fight you on that. All right.
Yeah, I think
We're gonna
probably
ignore
maybe
your
I'm
5.
aware that like Bridget like saw something.
Yeah.
To make her realize that I'm not just her friend.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. I will totally ignore your 5 and pretend I did not call for the roll. I will not punish you for that 5.
This is the first time Bridget has experienced something else supernatural. So like,
right, there's some things
she's
to think
confused.
on there.
Yeah.
What do you want to say in response to Crina though?
Yeah, just bring your uniform back tomorrow and give it to Tabitha.
It's cool. I'll go change it out and then I'll just hand it off. Like give it to someone who deserves it more.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Then I'll just kind of like skip off.
Great. And Tabitha will kind of shout out, should I go help her?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Like we'll go
Brian,
back.
Can I ask, does Donovan, like I offered that because it was a weird situation. Donovan's a little worried about what happened and Bridget's reaction and knows that Bridget was trying to set something up with Bex. Does Donovan know that Crina pushed her?
I think if Donovan isn't 100% right now, Donovan will be 100% when he reviews the tape later.
I was going to say, you've got this on video, my friend.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
but
I think it's up to you how you want to play the scene.
Okay.
do you want to play the scene as I'm sure I know what just happened, or do you want to play the scene as I'm not 100% sure I know what just happened, and then have your revelation later?
I'm thinking Donovan was trying to focus on Bridget most of the time, knowing how Bridget is, but was watching, so probably split between, so probably a little confused right now. Like, did I see
I think that's more
what just
interesting
happened
choice.
there?
So,
yeah.
yeah.
So Donovan's probably just back there with Xavier, moving the cameras, however, for whatever next
Okay, cool.
routine they're doing,
Yeah.
but looking a little confused, maybe.
Great. And cheerleading practice continues.
Now,
Tryouts. Yes, Wolfie.
Is Wolfe taking Bridget to the nurse? He will offer. He'll be like, should I take you to the nurse? Like,
Why don't we just take off for now?
oh,
Tabitha can handle practice.
okay. I mean,
Did you find out where Cory is?
he just sighs and just shows you like the whole like conversation where Cory's like, this is a number only for friends, and then like shows that he was left on red.
Why can't anyone do what I ask them to today?
That
Wolfe just like looks a little terrified.
I want to roll cold.
Okay, roll cold.
She's
Immediately
back,
got
ladies and
yourself
gentlemen.
again.
Yeah.
I'm trying. Cory's not making it.
That's a 6, and I'm going to spend a string to bump it up to a 7.
Nice.
No, our strings.
I'm down to 3.
All right, so you spend a
No, our
string,
strings.
and you can choose between taking one of Wolf's precious strings, giving Wolf a condition, or taking one forward.
I want to give him the condition whipped.
Okay, great. Yeah.
You got it, Brian.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Definitely needs more conditions. So.
I'm a tease and I'm whipped.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
boy.
we're gonna give Bridget a condition in return. Bridget needs something besides me. What should we give Bridget as you?
Ooh, boy.
Are you obviously hurt by that comment?
Yeah. Oh, yes, of course.
Okay.
What she said, like, why can't anyone do what I
Right.
asked them or something, right?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, Bridget is demanding, domineering.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
it's conceited, superior.
Yeah, I was gonna say like demanding or domineering.
Sure, let's do domineering. That's a strong domineer.
I mean, it's literally my look already.
Right. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, that's right. No, now it's not just on the outside anymore.
It's on the inside already.
That's
Your true colors are finally showing to everyone else.
right. So, Bridget, are you just going to storm off expecting Wolfe to follow you?
Yeah.
Great, because that's a perfect time to go to break. Oh, did you see what I did there? So we will be right back after this frozen screen. And y'all can go get a drink of water. All right, take a walk around the living room, and we will see you soon. Mics are up. Desktop noise is up. Yay!
Yay.
Hi everybody, we're back from break. Yay! It's so much fun. It's so exciting. We're so happy. Yay! So couple of things I have been informed about here. First of all, I want to inform you. I'm going to inform y'all. People were so kind to drop the bot tags during the break and dropping it again. Don't forget about the links down below. Also, don't forget that we are supporting Mona out tonight, helping Mona out with their vet bills. So any direct donations, obviously, we have the GoFundMe link there, goes to Mona. Any subs or bits purchasing, also go to Mona. I brought that. I said I would bring that shirt thing up, and I did. Let's see here. I want to make sure it updates in the stream, and there's a delay. There it is. Boom. Check that out. Look at that. Lovely.
Lumberjane.
Lumberjane. It comes in many colors, but you should buy it in yellow or black, or you're not wearing school colors. Come on now.
Black and yellow.
Black and yellow. Choose one. That's not really black. What is that? It's
Midnight.
denim.
Gray.
Ugh.
Like gray. It's like a dark gray.
All right, hold on a second. Let's try heavy metal.
Donovan color.
Heavy metal is a Gehenna staple.
It's sort of a Gehenna gray. I like the yellow. You know, pick. You gotta pick. You know, you gotta pick.
I ordered mine in yellow.
Oh,
I
did
got
you?
mine in yellow too.
I did.
I haven't ordered this one because I just ordered.
I got a hoodie
The
and they
classic.
didn't come in yellow,
Oh,
so mine is in that denim, but I like it.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
It's
No,
Bridget. Bridget can wear whatever she wants.
That's true. I had just placed the store order like right before they announced that, so
Nice.
Wow.
Swamp.
place another one so quickly. You know, in this economy, in front of my salad, it just seems like a bad idea. Oh,
Right in front
also,
of my salad.
other thing that I was informed of during break. Apparently, we have blood points on this server. As a professional, I know all about this. And I was just informed how much I know about this. Apparently earlier, so right below like the send a message thing, if you're watching this live, because we do put this recording out later for people who are watching it live. Like, why is Brian saying that? Listen, all right, get with the times, all right? You can view this in multiple ways. Anyway, there's a little blood thing down below the send a message box, and you gain points by like chatting and clicking buttons and watching
by watching.
things. Just by watching.
Yeah.
And earlier someone requested that we sing Cold as Ice, which I'm
Someone.
told, yes, it was
I don't know who
someone.
did that.
Someone who will be completely anonymous.
It was you,
Yeah,
Natalie.
I just wanted everyone to hear my angelic singing voice.
Right, so we're gonna sing Cold
And we
as
know
Ice.
Cory has an amazing voice.
Apparently
So.
this is okay. All right,
He
you
doesn't,
ready?
he doesn't know this
Cast?
song.
We
Yeah.
agreed to do this
Oh,
all
yeah.
together.
Yes.
All right.
As ready as we'll ever be.
And a 2 and a 3. You're as
You're
cold,
Cold
as
as
ice.
ice.
You're willing
Willing
to
to
sacrifice
sacrifice
my
love.
Um,
You never
Take
take advice.
advice.
Someday you'll pay
pay
the price.
price.
I
I
know.
Oh.
All right. So
you're welcome.
I imagine the applause that is
Yes.
clearly happening right now.
I'm
Rocket
sure we got a
applause,
lot of new
encore.
watchers because
Yeah.
of that.
The
right?
Oh,
chat
yeah,
is clearly
absolutely.
just stunned into silence.
So yeah, if you have a lot of
Terrified.
blood points,
They're now terrified.
Good.
you too can.
All those
Uh,
viewers are just gonna jump in now.
Please pick. I am a youth. Please pick a song that is not as old next time. I did not know this one.
Wow. Wow.
You could choose pick, like, show me the cat and like take your pick of which cat you want to see.
Yeah,
might
that
work out
one's
better
way
for
better.
you.
For the record, I have no cat.
Me neither, but
yeah.
that's
I
okay.
can get you a plush cat. I can show a plush cat.
There you go.
We've got like 4 cats between the 6 of us, so
I feel bad because I know now in retrospect that I've seen the "show me your cat" thing pop up, and I honestly thought it was just like an emote thing. Like people are like, "Show me your cat," just
Show
like,
me
out of
your
fun.
cat.
And I didn't
it's,
go
it's
fetch
okay.
a cat.
Elton has been on it. Natalie's cat Elton has
Right.
been on it.
Like y'all
Yeah.
have seen cats. It's not like you're deprived of cats.
We need more cats, though.
You need more
I
cats.
mean, my other
Always.
cat has not made an appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jennifer is a little camera shy.
Also,
I don't know where Polly is, or I'd show her off. But
We have not yet made a collaborative cast playlist, but if you follow Gehenna
Yet.
Gaming on Twitter, Gehenna Gaming has been releasing playlists for each character. They've been doing one a week. I think we've released 3 now.
4.
4?
Cold as
Yeah.
Ice is on Donovan's.
So
Yeah.
there you go.
Crina's playlist was released today.
Yeah,
So
and Cory's is coming,
yeah, check out the Twitter.
just like he will be in a few minutes.
And
Oh, okay. Thank you, Kay. Appreciate it.
Oh, it's yucky.
speaking of though, that's a great segue
Yeah, good
for
segue.
Cory's orgy of the hour. Let's find out here. Let's see. I'm gonna go to my notes. See who was invited. So I think Caleb and Rachel we're very excited for this idea and are already waiting downstairs at one of those like little doors between 2 shops that brings you to the apartments up above the shops. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there they are. There's Caleb and Rachel just like waiting for you, Cory, when you pull up on your motorcycle. Just like they're
Wow.
ready to go.
You're
Rachel
early.
is clean, is not crying, which is great.
Good. Don't clean yourself up a
You
little.
know,
That's good. Yeah. Like, park the
and-
motorcycle.
and there's Caleb, and Rachel waves at you when you go. Like Cory, come over, come on.
Yeah. No, we're gonna get started, and he like kicks on down the kickstand.
Yeah.
Parks his motorcycle, and he's gonna take out his phone
Mm-hmm.
and he's gonna text Crina
Yeah.
and say, if you're not too busy with Bridget, just to prove how much I don't want you to be my girlfriend, I'm having an orgy right now, and you can come.
Wink.
Wink.
You get is that the emoji that gets sent back, or
It's a
are you
wink.
just insinuating a wink?
No, that was me winking.
Oh, sorry.
Do you send like the location, like the details along with it?
Oh yeah, I think I send you the address
Yeah.
for the loft.
It's a deal. Be there soon.
Oh,
Yeah, and so he'll walk over and he'll unlock the door.
great. And Rachel will be like, "Hey, you invited Donovan, right?"
No,
Oh,
Crina's coming though.
who?
Crina?
Oh, I don't care about that. And Rachel will start walking away.
Oh my god, I'm gonna reach out and take her arm
Yeah.
and like stroke my hand against it and be like, "You're really going to walk away over Donovan compared to this?" And he's gonna do the pull shirt up again. and show the
Okay.
abs.
Just to be clear, are you trying to turn her on or shut her down?
Turn her on.
Okay, great. Go ahead and
I am-
roll.
Little
I am in
A,
a-
little B.
Right.
I am an Adonis. What do you mean you're walking away? It's gonna be a 10.
10. Okay, 10 is very good.
Name plus 1.
So you get a string on Rachel. And let's just double check Rachel's sheet here. Rachel, I made you out of clay. Rachel, Donovan made you unstable.
Whoops.
And Rachel just starts laughing, and you can see that she's like super red in the face, and she kind of like finally like bites her lip to make herself stop and nods.
Cory's just not sure necessarily how to respond to that, but nods his head back.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, sometimes crazy is fun and bad. And
Can't
and
confirm.
he's gonna open the door to lead them up, and I imagine there's like an elevator there.
Great. And yeah, sure. There's an elevator.
Yeah, he'll hit
But Caleb follows, but Rachel doesn't.
Oh, Rachel doesn't?
No.
No, she doesn't. I'll like pause and look, and he's like, "You're coming, right?"
Oh, Rachel goes, no, I'm sorry. I thought I was clear. I'm not interested.
You're not interested.
She's like, no. I thought, if you were going to have an orgy, you would have invited Donovan. I just assumed.
Why would you assume that I would invite Donovan to an orgy?
So I could kiss him on his lips. And then she, starts walking away again.
We could say that this is where Crina shows up.
I don't think so.
You think it's too fast?
You would Cheerleading Practice. I think that's too fast. Yeah, sorry.
I'm gonna spin the string I have on Rachel and be like, you should really reconsider and come back in. I promise I will give you a much better kiss than Donovan could even think of.
You're spending your strings, eh?
Yeah.
So Rachel will turn around and sort of lean on the doorway, and she's like, "You promise it's gonna be better."
Yes.
And she goes, "Fine, I guess I can orgy with you," and she'll follow you.
Don't you be writing anything down, Stephanie. This was not a promise to you. You couldn't hear this.
I didn't know. I'm just looking at my notes. Good bit.
You got us in such a state of fear. We're all just like.
I like the fear. Don't worry.
Have I ever hidden writing down promises from any of you?
But yeah, so the elevator, he'll push the button, and I imagine he'll just hit the top floor button because, of course, he's got the top floor apartment there.
Yes, Cory is still darkest self, chat.
Yes, he is.
Great. I mean, I imagine in this downtown, the top floor apartment is the third floor.
Third floor.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah. But they have it installed because they're obnoxious to say PH, even though it's just the third floor.
Yeah, absolutely. You hired someone to go down to the department store and get the letters. So
yeah, and have it redone.
Yeah.
So it said PH.
Yeah, absolutely. So there you are in your penthouse apartment, which
and I think.
Please describe it, because in my head it's just a mattress and a mini fridge. So.
Oh no, it's definitely more elaborate than that. It's
Okay.
a semi-teenage dream bachelor pad, because of course he's had it decked out by his parents.
Okay.
It's it's not in use. There's you come in and there's a little there's just piles of ridiculous sneakers that are probably never worn, and there's a table, and on this table there is because he texts his mother's assistant to get the place ready, so there's boxes of condoms and dental dams, and there's just various bottles of expensive booze, some that's chilling in buckets of ice, others that are just meant to be drank warm. There's Molly, there's pre-rolled joints.
Yeah,
it's a den of iniquity, and it's coated in leather and lace and satin. It's
a very teenage boy kind of idea of a sex pad.
Yeah, exactly. It's what he thinks a sex pad should be. There's a California king bed. Pressed up against the wall. There's the biggest ginormous TV with a bunch of video game consoles underneath. And there is definitely a mini fridge filled with 5 Hour Energy and Gatorade and Monster.
Okay. Well, now the MC is uncomfortable with the description. So, and I think that's when so Rachel immediately makes herself comfortable. She's still a bit red in the face. And you can tell she's a little bit awkward, but she doesn't hesitate in grabbing a bottle of vodka and making herself a drink.
Yeah, no. How's Caleb acting?
Caleb is trying to be cool. He is the bad boy intellectual, so I think he has a rough idea how to do that. So I think he's just gonna lean against the wall and not talk unless spoken to.
You really should loosen up. This is fun. And he's gonna like reach over to the baggie of pills and probably like just pull it out at random and put it on his own tongue and get closer to Caleb and go to like slip it to him.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's roll hot.
9.
Okay. Yeah. Well, he will exchange tongues with you and receive your pill of happy good times, which is hot.
Yeah.
And great. And then the buzzer rings because it's a party.
Yep. I'll hit like the little thing that shows the screen so I can see who's there.
Let's see who it is. It is Kale and Milo. They know each other, and so they ended up realizing they both got invited. They're just like kind of looking around, waiting for you to do something.
Yeah. I'll like they'll hear it from like the speaker.
Yeah.
I'll buzz you up to the penthouse. And
Milo like looks up at the building, try to like find the penthouse. They'll come in and Milo. As soon as Milo gets in, they look at the table and she's just like, "What are you cutting me out?"
No, I didn't want you to have to work for this. I just wanted you to enjoy.
Oh, that's cool. That's fair. Thank you.
Yeah, no, you don't have to work. This is a good time. You don't have to work right now.
No, it's cool that you have more than one dealer.
You're my favorite dealer.
Oh, that's sweet. And Caleb just starts taking off his clothes.
Yeah, no, I think he like Cory will turn on like some I don't know what music goes on to these things, but he puts on appropriate music for these kinds of functions. And
no, I think we got to back up. I want you to take a genre guess at least as to what music.
Okay, then if I'm gonna
Cory
do this,
thinks.
then I'm gonna put "Sweet Things Are Made of This."
Sweet things are made of these. Sweet.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah. Sweet dreams are made of these. Right? That's the song? All right, somebody else.
Like the original or like one of the remakes?
Like the Marilyn Manson version.
Yeah, I was going to say, you put the Manson remake on at least. Come on.
I was going to go with the original, but now I'm apparently being judged on my orgy music choice.
I'm sure there's a new band that we're all too old to know about that has done it.
It's hot and it's good.
Yeah.
Leave it.
Sure.
Do you have a black light that you switch on?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
it just cued to the same switch?
Oh yeah, and there's like it's like a rave, mini rave. Sure.
Great. Somebody has suggested the Dance Club remix.
Sure, the Dance Club remix sounds good. I'll take music suggestions from chat. Chat can be
good job, chat.
Chat can be our DJ for the event.
Kale starts dancing naked.
Yeah, and yeah, dancing. No, everyone just. I think there's just lots of touching. I think like as soon as everyone gets to the door, Cory is doing the same thing that he did with Caleb, which is pill on tongue.
Great.
Kiss.
Well, and Rachel will be like, "Yeah, you owe me good kiss, so let's go."
Oh, yeah. No, and he will give her a rocking kiss.
I want you to roll specifically for Rachel's kiss. I want to make sure that this is rocking as promised.
Yes, it is. Ha. That's a 13.
Okay, yeah, that is a rocking kiss.
Thank you, guys.
Good for you. So you get a string back on Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
And Rachel, I think I said Rachel's kind of tall.
I think so.
I think Rachel will like shove you towards the bed, like
Cory goes
and like you're ripped. I don't think, and Rachel isn't, but Rachel like doesn't playfully push you. Like Rachel pushes you towards the bed.
Cory's totally fine with that.
Okay, great. Yeah, no, who doesn't like getting anyway. And then as things are getting comfortable, let's have Crina. Crina, you show up outside and you see Emily. Emily has her arm in a sling, and is like trying to find the number of the apartment.
Oh, yeah, I gotcha.
Oh,
I'm just gonna assume that she's here for Cory,
okay.
and I will put an arm around her waist and like take her right in.
Oh, I didn't realize that like a bunch of people were coming.
I mean, that isn't that like the definition of an orgy?
I thought we were playing 20 questions.
Oh, we could do that too.
I mean, during the orgy.
Yeah, like
And Emily is just
there's
like,
usually games.
I'm sorry, so there's an orgy happening right now?
Yeah, and we're invited.
Who else was invited?
I don't actually know.
We could go find out.
We could absolutely go find out.
Great, and Emily will smile and nod. And I guess hit the elevator button with you.
Yeah.
Great, and y'all go up.
What else?
And you see naked dancing as well as some bed tumbling. And
Crina will partake in all of it.
oh, great! So Crina
Alcohol,
just goes. What's the very first thing Crina does?
Probably just like take stock of who all is there and get like pretty excited and like pull out one of her own joints to start with.
Great, yeah, you got to start with your own stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
I know what it does.
And Emily kind of like looks around the room and also takes account of everyone who's there, and we'll turn around and leave.
Don't let her out.
No.
I will spin my string to get her to. Oh, I don't have a string yet. She didn't break her promise. I don't actually have the string on her. I will attempt to. Yeah, I'll be like, oh, don't leave. It'll be fun. It'll be so much fun. I mean, like, you deserve to be here. And I'll like attempt to turn her on to get her to stay.
Great. Please attempt to turn Emily on.
That's a 7.
Okay. All right. That's something. Right, and you said you don't have strings on Emily, so you don't have anything to burn.
Right,
there.
she hasn't yet broken her promise, so I don't have a string on her.
Emily is gonna say, yeah, no, actually, I have to, I've got to do some homework, but I also have to make sure I find some other stories for tomorrow's edition, for Friday's edition of the paper that's not about Bridget and her friends like you wanted.
Can I call this out? Can I see, like, do I see what's going on? Can I?
Yeah, you can call it out. You can
yeah, so just like from
take
bed,
a breath,
like,
you know?
Yeah, take a breath and run. Hey, Emily, I've got a wonderful story for you.
And Emily will be intrigued and be like, oh?
I do. In fact, it themed this fun interaction, but this one's a little more sinister. And I think there's something about small town Americana cheerleader sex trade that just has a ring on it.
Oh no, I'm interested.
Okay,
sure.
right. And Emily kind of like raises an eyebrow at that and says, I don't know how many sex trade stories I can print in 1 week.
You don't have to print this one. You can just enjoy this one. Double effort.
It's the first week of school. Like,
Besides,
there's
let's be real
always
here.
fluff pieces you can run, and while you're digging into this.
And let's be real here.
And the story.
Yeah.
And let's be real here. If you try to print anything about me, we know how that works. My parents aren't going to let this go through.
Cory, do you have any strings on Emily? It doesn't look like you do.
No.
And Emily's just gonna smile and nod and start backing up.
Well, we'll miss you.
She goes,
Yeah.
it doesn't look like you will. Oh wait, wrong arm.
Can't force him, Cory. We gotta be willing.
Yeah, it's a shame. She's really going to miss out on a hot scoop. But there's better things to do. And he will lean into the better things to do.
Great. Fantastic. So that's fun. That's a good time. Great. So before I do the next really fun thing, let's we'll let the party happen, but let's read some sex moves, shall we? Shall we read some sex moves?
Yeah.
Let's start with you, Cory. What happens when you have sex?
When you have sex, the dark power loses a string on you and gains a string on whoever you had sex with.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's quite a few people.
Because of half the
We're
class.
missing a person. I don't know if you realize.
I am fully aware.
Okay.
Yeah,
put that out.
I've held that for a moment. Let's see here. Where am I? Where are you, Castile?
They have an Emily string.
Here you are, Castile. So Castile has 2 on Cory now, and 2 on Caleb, and
He's gonna have strings on a lot of high schoolers now.
let's see here. 1 on Crina, and 1 on Rachel.
1 on Kale.
1 on Kale.
1 on Milo.
And 1 on Milo. That's good. That's nice, huh? Okay. Castile's gonna need their own sheet soon. And great.
He loses the 2 strings on me, I imagine.
1 string on you.
Well, I think because I've had sex with multiple people.
It's just 1 act. No. You're not getting off that easily. I brought you down from 3 to 2. Okay. You think it's that simple? It's not. Crina, what's your sex move?
When you lie naked with another, you can ask them for a promise. If they refuse, take 2 strings on them.
Okay. Would you like to hold on to that? Until
This is a lot of promises. I'm gonna have to think about
you start taking some notes. Okay.
I have already made a list.
In the middle of your orgy, Cory, you hear Castile's voice in your head, and he says, "Cory, my golden child." He says, "You have brought so much pleasure to both of us." He says, "But I asked you not to bring Crina here."
Oh, shit. When did he say that?
He specifically said that when you made your deal about Harold.
Shit.
Yeah. And he goes, "But,"
Cory's face.
and Castile is still a man of his word, and you did get Crina to promise that he would go with you to the dance. And so I give you your present now. And the door to the apartment opens. I don't know if someone buzzed them in or if somebody got in by themselves. And you see how bad can I make this? Let's make it this bad. There's a large gentleman, bald, sunglasses, black suit with a black collared shirt underneath, and you've seen this person before. You don't really know who they are, but you know they work with your parents sometimes. It's a business associate of your parents.
Are they also named Harold Klein?
No, they're not also named Harold Klein. And you see them open the door. And then they reach their arm forward, and you see Harold, and he's got like a black eye, and he's gagged. And he's got his arms tied behind his back. And the guy just sort of like throws him into the middle of the floor. And then he takes a step back and he shuts the door again.
I think Cory is like not even sure if he's looking at something that's real. He's probably taken pills and drank, and he's just like staring right now.
Yeah, I mean, everybody here is high except for maybe Crina. So, and Crina.
Oh no!
Okay, everybody here is high. Yeah.
And I think he's just staring completely wide-eyed. It's like not like it like goes to like rub at his eye. Like he's not sure if he can. If this is real.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this. Yeah, he's just like completely befuddled as he's staring at this, and I think he literally will say, like, to the ether, like, meaning, what the hell?
And since you have such a nice audible reaction, let's have Rachel disengage from the pack and go over to Harold and sort of like Rachel's gonna like help Harold like get like into like a sitting position.
Yeah.
And we'll then look over at you and be like, kinky.
Cory will disentangle himself.
Okay.
And is gonna make his way forward and be like, "Don't scream," and undo.
Okay.
And be like, "What happened? Like, did you consent to this?" Like,
and Harold is gonna be like, "No, I didn't fucking consent to this. Why is everyone naked? Oh, this is your orgy."
Yeah, this is the orgy. Do you want like?
Did you have someone kidnap me to your orgy?
No.
Then why did I get kidnapped and brought to your orgy?
I think other people wanted me to enjoy you having you at the orgy, but this is clearly a misunderstanding. I think
Caleb will now disengage himself and be like, "Oh wow, dude, this is totally not like a free thought kind of thing."
And he's like undoing like Harold's bounds as this is happening. Like he is not like Cory is not necessarily down with this in this context.
Mm-hmm.
Like
yeah.
Right.
They are witnesses.
Yeah.
For shame.
And Kale will sit up and Kale will be like, "What? We don't have to rush it."
Yeah, Crina will get up and like start to help, like
Okay.
tie him, like
Great.
Like, Kale, what the fuck is wrong with you?
So Harold is like rubbing his wrists now, like he's like.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, this started off very poorly for you, but it could just be a happy accident.
Harold's like, no,
like, come on.
I don't think so.
Like I wanna point to the orgy and all the good stuff happening here,
right?
And like turn them on.
Okay,
let us make this up to you.
Yeah, let's make this better.
Okay, you can add one since Crina is apparently down with this plan.
Listen, it started off enough.
Yeah. 10. Well then. Well, you gain a string on Harold. And somehow, oh my gosh, wow. Yeah, no, I just still don't think so. He is gonna just like it's all gonna sort of sink in what you're saying, and he gets a bit flush. He goes, why don't we pretend that this just never happened?
Fine. I mean, if you really don't want to, I'm not gonna make you enjoy a pleasurable activity.
And he goes, oh, I mean, I meant the kidnapping part. Like, I'll take a seat and get high and watch. That's cool.
Yeah, no, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good. Watch.
Right.
I mean, it'd be really, if you want to get high, sometimes it's better to get high and participate. And he'll like go to do the same pill thing that he's done with pretty much everyone else.
Right, and Harold's gonna like put his like hand over your face for a second.
Roll high?
No, you just rolled high.
Okay.
No, and he's gonna be like, he goes, that's really tempting, but I just got kidnapped, and I just have certain limits.
Listen, it's just a kiss and a pill. You don't have to continue further.
Okay.
Crina will like kind of like nudge Cory out of the way and like hand the joint and like whatever drink is nearby and hand both of them.
Right, and Harold will kind of like nod appreciatively to that.
And then she'll put a hand on Cory's chest and like start pushing him back towards the bed and be like, just let it chill out. Like,
he's happy to
nice
be tossed
young
around.
things can happen.
Great.
You
Okay,
can change his
cool.
mind. And we'll go back to it.
He'll swallow the pill.
Right.
Happy to be tossed around.
All right. So that's happening. Let's shoot back. I want to check in on Donovan for a second. Hey, Donnie.
Hi.
It's okay if I call you Donnie.
I mean, out of character, sure.
um. So Bridget leaves. Are you gonna like just continue to film the rest of practice? Like
Yeah, and then I was thinking Donovan's gonna package it up and bring it back with Xavier.
Yeah.
Maybe run into Emily, maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think Emily's going back to school.
Okay, that's fine then.
But cool. All right. So let's we'll get back to Donovan, and we'll check in with Wolfe and Bridget while Crina comes up with her promises. Where are you going, Bridget?
I want to go to Wolf's car because
Yeah.
he's supposed to drive me home today. What does Wolf drive?
It's so I think we established it's not a new car, but it's not like a beater or anything. It's just like a used 2017 or something, like just a couple years old, like
Right.
starter Civic or
You drive this?
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's what I got from my parents.
Fine.
Sorry. Just apologizes sadly as he opens the door for Bridget.
Do you have band-aids or something?
Yeah. And he'll quickly go into the trunk where he keeps all of his random gym stuff that he has for the gym. He has a first aid kit in there or whatever, and he'll grab the first aid kit and go around and open it and start. He'll unless Bridget stops him, he'll start to treat whatever the scrape, he'll disinfect it. And,
I want to heal my harm.
Okay, I think that's fair. You may heal your harm.
as
Please, Wolfe. Yes.
Yeah, as he's doing this, he's just gonna be like, "Look, I'm really sorry I couldn't find out more about where Cory's thing's going on at, and I'll do better next time."
I want to gaze into the abyss and
Okay.
try and figure out what I saw behind Crina.
Okay, that's cool.
While Wolf is doing this.
Wolf is doing this very
wanna,
emotional
I want to
apology.
I want to take back my yes. Actually.
Okay.
I would like, because you're using this scene to heal, I think we should save that and do that as a separate moment,
Okay, that's fine.
just to keep things clean. So we're not
Okay,
doing
I'm
too
gonna be
many
like,
things at once.
you're not the only one to let me down today.
Oh my gosh.
Now, Brian, I have a question.
Please.
So obviously he was very hurt when she was no one is doing what I asked them, but he accepted. He accepted, he apologized and forgave her for hurting him. Would that count as, would I get a string on her for being okay with just?
I think that's fine. Absolutely.
Yeah. What's the move you have again?
Sympathy is my weapon.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think since we're doing a healing scene, and you've been so clearly loyal and devoted to Bridget, that we can clear tease as part of this if you'd like.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Sweet. And he's doing his best to gingerly bandage the scrape and do it very nicely, and he's just feeling terrible the whole time, just man, I can't do anything right.
I'm gonna find out whose fault this is, and I'm gonna make them pay. And you're gonna help me, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, that was really weird. I mean, I wasn't really watching the entire time, but
I don't know if it was Crina or Tabitha or Marissa, but somebody messed up.
Yeah, because you would never do that.
Of course.
And I mean, every time that I've seen you guys cheer, that's never happened before. So, I mean, maybe it was Crina then. She's the new I'm assuming, at least out of character, I'm assuming the rest of the little squad was.
Did you see anything weird behind Crina?
No. He's
you didn't see that tall, gaunt, pale person?
Tabitha's not really gaunt. But
No.
like, no, I have no idea what you're talking about. Did you see something? Are you feeling okay?
Maybe I just got hit in the head.
Maybe. I mean, that was a pretty big tumble, and then Marissa literally landed on top of you. So, but hey, and he'll like, as he finishes like bandaging her leg, he'll like look up and like cup her cheek and be like, "Okay, we'll figure out what happened, okay?"
Okay. And you'll
And he'll,
help me make them pay?
There's like a noticeable moment of hesitation, but he's like, "Well, they'll get what they deserve." He'll give
Right.
that vague answer. And he'll like lean forward and like kiss her on the forehead.
Okay.
Oh.
Aw.
He's trying his
I
best.
love it. No, it's
You're
very
doing a very
sweet.
good job.
It's great.
And he'll smile and like package away all the first aid stuff and put it back in his trunk.
That's great.
And then he'll like go
Yeah.
around to the driver's side and be like, "All right, where are we going?"
Speaking of questions, Crina, how are you doing on those promises?
Lord. Promises are serious deals, Brian. I can't just put this many promises on the fly.
I know, it's hard.
Promises from like NPCs are probably going to be like pretty incidental.
Okay.
And they'll probably all follow in the same vein of like, you know, like very simple things like Milo is probably like, you know, like make sure you give me some good stuff next time, like really top shelf good time, you know, like probably same to Kale. He's also kind of a dealer, isn't he?
Kale, I think Kale is a smoker, but not a dealer.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'll probably be all along like very simple kind of like transactional things like that. Like,
okay.
Rachel's will probably be something more like please chill out.
All right.
Please
so
please stop obsessing about Donovan.
We need a little more. We need a little more structure. But that's okay.
Yeah.
Let's let's see here, because I want to give you a chance to talk to Castile, because I know you wanted to do that. And
yeah, it doesn't have to be right here though. It can be later.
Okay. So Donovan, what do you once everything is sort of packed up? Is there anything you want to do? No
I was
pressure.
thinking maybe Donovan, you know, is reviewing the tapes afterward to see what happened, and I'd like to gaze into the abyss.
Great. Do you want to review the tapes at the school or at home?
I imagine Donovan would just leave and would do it at home.
Okay. I'm just curious. Because it's like, do you want to do it privately, or do you want like a techie there to like assist you?
Yeah, I can't imagine that Donovan wants to be there any longer, as that was
fine.
really
That's cool.
so.
I think it's, you know, it's an old camera, so it's just like it's a blank VHS tape essentially in there. You know, it's not like you have to convert it.
Well, Donovan probably has a VCR still.
I think Donovan probably does. So, great. So you head home and you're viewing the tape. What are you looking for when you gaze into the abyss?
Really, seeing that Crina did that, like why she did it, what was going on there, you know, what drove her to do this, what, really the like Fae power, you know, behind it.
So you're looking for justifications for what happened today.
Yeah, like I'm imagining like Donovan like in their, you know, computer room, their office, like watching the tape and rewinding it and picking up like bits and pieces of pixels and then using maybe video editing software on the VCR and converting it so that they can like notice things and then being like, yeah, I went to the Fae realm. What the hell is this? You know, oh, there was power behind her.
Okay.
What was she?
Give me a dark roll there, Vampy Vamp.
Sure.
The chat is saying enhance on the vengeance on Crina's face.
So 6 minus 1 is 5.
Yeah.
So I fail.
You do fail, which is cool.
Just
Especially-
petty interference.
Because if I fail, that gives me 5 XP.
Yeah, isn't that super fun? Isn't that like bonus?
Yes.
Yes, we love it. We love
Do
failure.
you get anything on a failure for Gaze for the Abyss? No.
No,
you just nothing.
no, I get something. You get XP.
Okay.
Let's see here. That obviously, if you didn't know what I was banging out there, was the Final Fantasy VII victory theme. Okay.
Mm.
All right. Anyway.
Mm.
So you ooh. Whoa! Ooh! You're watching this tape. You're watching this tape over and over again. You're watching the face that Crina is making.
Yeah.
And what's really weird is the face that Crina is making leads you to watch the face that Bridget is making.
Okay.
And Bridget is staring so intently at that throw. In fact, you catch the nods between Bridget and Tabitha before it happens. And that's when you think back to when you were trolling the dark web and all the stuff that your associates dug up. And while you don't find any reason to link this action to your experience in the Feywild with Crina, you do suddenly feel like this all has to do with that conversation you had on the dark web. That obviously this is proof that there's an elder god at work in your high school. acting through
Okay.
Bridget.
So Donovan's really watching this and seeing like, Crina, did this, but it's really more
It's
strange
really
elder god power from Bridget that's like
absolutely.
driving it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, like
Okay.
like Bridget must have wanted it. Like this is all connected.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So Donovan's going to want to spend time editing the tape
To make it look like what?
to hide that Crina did this
Yay!
based on that result.
That's fantastic. That's a great result. Everyone loves
Yeah.
it.
And
Everyone
Donovan
loves it. Yes,
Yeah.
continue. Sorry.
Donovan will probably message Crina,
Mm-hmm.
hey, we need to talk about practice or tryouts. Sorry.
Okay.
We need to talk about tryouts.
That's an
It
excellent.
will be a long time before you get a response.
Right, I was gonna
Yeah, I
say, that's
figured.
an excellent text that we absolutely know is happening in Crina's pockets. Unfortunately, Crina's pockets are nowhere near Crina at the moment. And now, Crina, now you're really on the spot. You're for reals on the spot. Okay, I'm gonna go down the line. I'm pulling out my notes. It's happening. Crina,
I have the important promises down.
who do you want to start with?
Okay, so we'll assume this is like as everything is like wound down.
Yeah,
Okay.
we've been doing your promises as pillow talk, so you know.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for Milo, it's very much like a next time I want you'll promise me that you're gonna give me like top shelf, the very best.
Oh, and Milo
In
will
the cup, the really good stuff.
Yeah, Milo will like rub your hand as she responds. Milo is
They them.
They them.
They them.
They
So
them. Yeah.
Milo, as they rub your hand, it'd be like, Crina, I always provide the top shelf, but Cory insisted on going through another dealer this time. That they had the best of intentions.
I mean, like we both know that I can get pretty good stuff too, and I've hooked you up in the past. But I want you to give me.
And Milo
the
was just like,
very
you don't
best.
have to go through someone else. You don't. I can provide that for you.
Don't yell.
The very best.
The very best. If you let me, I will.
I would love that.
Great. Yeah, there's no way Milo can make good on that. Hey, who... Yeah.
I was thinking more just like the best that Milo can get.
No, that's fine.
Not necessarily like.
I think Milo took that promise further than you had intended. At least in my head.
That's up to Milo, but you know.
Milo was just like, because Milo's a little insulted by this whole orgy. Even though Milo had a fantastic time, please invite them again next time.
I imagine that like Crina has brought back some weird stuff from the Fey Realm occasionally and has shared it with Milo. And
Just
a
gotten
few
them
select others.
wasted.
Right. And Milo.
Weird mushrooms and things like that.
Goblin fruits.
Milo has
Totally
opinions.
goblin fruits.
Oh, goblin fruit?
Yeah.
Goblin fruit is
Changeling?
delicious. Anyway. Hey, what you want to talk? What about Caleb?
So Caleb is the bad boy intellectual,
That's
right?
right. Lex
Like, so
has
he
been
gets
reading
good grades,
Walden.
right?
What?
He gets good grades, right?
Yeah, he's an intellectual. So
Yeah.
he gets good grades in all the classes that matter.
Yeah, you'll help me like on our first paper, right? Like you'll get me a really good grade on that paper.
Be like, which class?
I mean, like I'll let you choose. Just like some class that assigns a paper, you're gonna give me a really good grade on that paper.
Hey, absolutely. If we work together, I'm sure that we can throw down this heteronormative, patriarchal, academic institution. You know, like it's just a series of A, B, C, D answers, and as long as you circle the right one, then it doesn't really matter whether you know the stuff or not, but you will.
On a paper, I can bullshit a Scantron just as well as anyone. Like.
No, yeah,
A
on a paper, I was just being metaphorical. You know,
Okay.
even with these papers, the answer's always C.
Sure, if that's what gets me a C is not a really good grade, but like get me an A. Promise me you'll get me an A on my next paper.
I will promise you that I will get you an A when we work on that paper together.
Okay. It's a deal.
Yeah. Also, I'm working on a cabin in the woods, so we could do. I've just really got an outline right now. We could work on it there.
Sure, that sounds fun.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
Like Walden.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. I like Caleb. How about Kale?
With Kale, so he's a senior. He has a big ugly van.
He is a senior with a big ugly van. That's right.
Kind of a hippie.
Yes, does drugs.
Yes.
You don't really know a lot about Kale.
Well, maybe you can flesh something out with your promise. Create it in a way to shade some light on them.
Yeah. So I imagine that like Kale and I have hung out before, right? Because probably his parents are also hippies, probably.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
And my mom's a hippie.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So like the next time that our parents have the thing, like the campfire or whatever they do with the the thing, like you have to promise me that you will sneak off with me and like we won't have to deal with that bullshit. Like we'll go somewhere else and do something else.
And Kale will be like, what? No, it's not bullshit to me.
Kale.
The Harvest Festival is important.
Kale.
Crina. This is a long-standing tradition. If we don't let our essences back out into the world, what would we expect back from the world?
Okay, fine, Kale. Good to know.
I do like saying no to Crina.
It's fine. I like strings. They're fun.
Yep. That brings us to Rachel.
Rachel. I will like take like my hand on both sides of her face and like pull her really close and like look really, really deeply into her eyes and be like, "You've got to let go, Donovan. This is creepy."
But you said I should kiss him.
I mean, I already kissed him.
What? I was supposed to kiss him.
I mean, you could still like. I mean, you could, but I would really like. You should like fixate on someone else. Like, go back to Mauricio. Like, he's definitely going to be more fun than Donovan. Like Donovan is going to
Mauricio's
be
not
kind
even
of
paying
savage.
attention to me right now. All he cares about is Donovan, which is why I thought it might be a good idea in the first place. Did you see his food blog? Because it has Donovan's butt on it.
I did see that. That's super weird.
It was super weird.
You know what you should do?
No, what should I do? Guide me.
You should convince Mauricio to like the both of you to have your own little your own threesome with Donovan.
That's a great idea.
Promise me you will try this.
I will absolutely, yes.
Can you not talk about my cousin in a threesome in the same bed I'm lying naked with?
What a perfect segue.
Oh, Cory.
Like, ew.
So I kind of want the promise that I elicited from Cory to happen a little bit like separate from everyone else.
Okay. So people will, eventually put clothes on and stuff.
So did Harold just watch?
Yeah, Harold watched.
Okay, so he's still there though, right?
Yeah, nobody's left yet. And
Did he get naked at all?
no.
Okay. Sorry, I tried for you, Crina.
Well, here's the thing: it's when I lie naked with someone.
Okay.
I don't think he lied with you either.
Let me get there. I'm not done.
Okay. All right. Let's hear it.
So Crina will walk over to Harold.
Mm-hmm.
He's still dressed. She's still naked.
Mm-hmm.
And very much like ease down to like drape herself around him, like she's lying on top of him, if he'll let her.
You know what? Harold will absolutely let you do that. I think that is something Harold would go for.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I'll be like massage like his shoulders or something while I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. I think, especially after earlier where you sort of like toned down Cory. Yeah, I think Harold will absolutely let this go. And now you get to make your promise. Go ahead.
So I'm lying naked with Harold.
Mm-hmm. Lying naked on.
I mean,
Yeah.
On is also with.
Yes. I am saying it counts.
And I will say, promise me that you and I will have a little talk about all kinds of things, but like also you're gonna have to tell me what's going on with Bridget.
And Harold is just like, I promised to talk, but I don't really keep track of my sister.
But you'll just talk about her, amongst other things, with me.
I guess so.
Okay. I hope you feel better soon. And I'll like kiss him like right in the jaw and then get up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he was cool with that.
All right.
Great.
So and then as people are getting dressed,
yeah, people
leaving.
are getting dressed and getting ready to, call the two lifts in the town.
Yeah. So lie back down on the bed with Cory, who I assume is just like not gotten up off the bed.
No, he's laying there, and I think he's like smoking a joint. He's like semi-sulking because it didn't go entirely as planned.
Ugh. Don't you hate it when you only get like 5 out of 7 of your orgy members?
Yeah, Crina will like take the joint and like smoke it, like he'll pass it back and forth.
Yeah, he'll like let her take it. He just like starfished out on the bed, like completely selfishly, like.
Yeah, she'll like actually like
him, like
be really kind of cut as cuddly as like Cory will let her, but
yeah.
like massaging his like shoulder and like being like really kind of like physically sweet to him.
Yeah. This is really nice, but I'm again reminding you, I don't want you to be my girlfriend.
And I don't want you to be my boyfriend.
Perfect.
Good, we're in agreement.
Mm-hmm.
So here's something I would love it if you would do for me though. You tell me something that you tell me is if there's all the special things about your family name. Like I want to know all about it. You promise me that?
It's old. I don't really know what else you want.
Like everything special about your family that makes you special.
They're rich.
Mm-hmm. But like the name Castile, like it's special, it's important, right?
Not to anyone outside the family.
Okay, let's pause for just a second. So, you hear what Cory says, And then in your head, Crina, you hear Castile. And Castile says, well, do you know why it's special? It's special because it's my name.
What? Yeah, and she'll hear that and she'll turn to Cory and be like, yeah, there's it comes from someone, something, doesn't it?
Cory, like, I think stops for a moment. Like, this is I think unprecedented. Like, why are you? And like he'll like lean up a little on one elbow and like turn to look at her and be like, why are you so interested, considering you couldn't care less about my name more than a few minutes, a few hours ago at school? You said it was too long and obnoxious.
I never said obnoxious. I just said it's very long.
You insinuated.
I mean, I did not. You read it to it. But, I mean, you said it yourself. Like, I like secrets. I like knowing things.
Cory, Castile pops into your head and says, Golden Child, why don't you send everyone else home? Now.
Yeah, I look up and I'm like, okay, this is done. I'm done with you all for the most part. If you need a car service, you can go outside. I can have the assistant have them wait. The assistants have them waiting. It's been enough time.
Okay. All right.
Take anything you want off the table.
And everyone sort of like hurries. Harold finally gets out of his chair as he didn't need to get redressed. And Rachel will turn to you and go, really, Cory? That's it?
Did you want to cuddle or something? I don't really do that.
While Crina's like very obviously like cuddling and like just rubbing his back and stuff.
And Rachel's just like, oh, no, I guess I have to go cuddle with someone else anyway.
But I kissed better than Donovan, right?
I don't know. I haven't done that yet.
It was still great, though.
He does. He does.
It was really
I can
good.
tell you, having kissed them both, yes.
Well, thank you, Crina, for confirming that.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
Listen, Rachel, you could use some tension release. Why don't you take some of those joints with you?
And Rachel will like open her purse and just like push a bunch of shit into her bag.
Go for it. Cory doesn't care.
Yep.
It's only his parents' money.
Yeah. And they all, everyone sort of shuffles out, leaving the two of you alone. I'm just going to clear embarrassed from Rachel's sheet. Please continue.
I've cleared them out. And he'll like say this to like once everyone's gone, to the room at large.
Yep. And Castile doesn't respond. But I am going to get rid of one of Castile's strings on you, which leaves him with one.
And I think he's a little huffy because Castile did not give him Harold the way he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
He's
but
needy,
Crina got him.
But
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't answer me. Like it comes from a person thing, an entity.
What makes you ask that?
A little birdie told me.
A little birdie told you.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cory's face gets really angry. Are you talking to someone else?
I mean, like, I talk to everyone. Like, I'm not your girlfriend.
he completely ignores what Crina said.
Yeah.
No response?
Castile doesn't answer.
Yeah, Castile doesn't answer. He, like, visibly, like, pushes himself away, I think, from it. And, like, am I not good enough that you're talking to someone else?
And you don't hear a response. Crina, do you think that Cory is talking to you, or are you starting to think otherwise?
I think he's talking to Castile.
Okay, cool.
And Cory looks pretty decently like caught between like very upset and very angry.
Mm-hmm.
You're just not going to respond. You're just not going to talk to me. You can't ignore me.
Oh, this is great. You hear Castile's voice in your head, and he says, "Put your pants on and go home."
Does Crina hear that or no?
No, it's just in Cory's head.
Yeah. Well, Crina will say that, like, you're talking to him, aren't you? Castile.
He'll shoot daggers at Crina. And he's like putting his pants on.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I'm not going anywhere until you explain this. And he like points at Crina.
And you hear Castile's voice say, "Oh, my dear golden child, that's my new prize."
Your new prize?
He called me a prize?
And
No.
you actually hear Castile sigh in your head, Cory.
And he's like, what? You don't need a new prize. I'm all you need.
And you hear him say, "You are just number 5."
He like, ooh, that's a dig deep in there in them daddy issues. I think he just like lashes out physically at the wall and just like fucking punches the wall.
Great, that's
like
fantastic.
dents it, like and like literally like screams.
Okay.
I'm Cory. And I'm golden and I am better than them all. And you don't, and I am the voice. You don't speak to others. You speak to me.
And he says, "If you were my voice, you would listen and go home."
If I go home, you won't talk to her anymore.
And he says, "No, my boy, I will keep talking to whom I'd need to speak to." And he says, "And you just connected me to so many others."
But he's like leaning against the wall, and I think like he's lost a lot of the color in his face,
Mm-hmm.
and just but it's for me.
And he
It's
goes,
not.
He goes, "Yes, of course, Cory. It's all for you."
Yeah, it's just, I'm the important one.
You are the golden child.
And he takes a breath, and I don't think he looks at Crina, and he like just grabs his jacket, like
Oh,
forgets his
Crina,
shirt.
as soon as he screamed and punched the wall, Crina started getting dressed
Oh,
like to
okay.
leave.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Like she's probably like not even finishing the joint, which is a big deal for Crina.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll just be like, "I think you need this more than me." I don't know whether or not you hear her. Like, and she'll just like put it in an ashtray and leave.
Yeah, no, he's putting on the leather jacket, leaving his shirt, and it is probably hitting the stairs because Crina's using the elevator, and like is like riding off back home. Leather jacket, no shirt, pants on.
Great.
Probably not even wearing shoes.
Awesome. Congratulations, you are now out of your darkest self as we clear the last string on you.
Mm-hmm.
And for this lovely episode, C is for Castile, we're going to jump back to Bridget and Wolfe, and we're going to give Bridget our closing moment. Wolfe has started the car, and Wolfe has asked, "All right, where are we going to go? Bridget, where are we going?"
Take me home.
And that is where the credits roll for this episode. Yay!
Woo!
Oh boy.
That was
That was a
So much
productive
fun.
episode.
Yeah, that was Gehenna Valley. Episode C is for Castile. We want to thank you all for joining us and being our players in the audience. We want to remind y'all of that fundraiser going on that you can continue to donate to. And I just want to give you a quick look at the rest of our amazing Gehenna Games shows for the week, which means I need to actually bring up my notes again. And I closed that earlier because I'm so good at being a professional streamer. Professional streamer, definitely don't have a day job. Yes, I do.
Also run this cool thing that's on your shirt called Games on Demand.
That's a whole other thing. It's a whole other thing. Okay. Jeez. Crossing my streams.
Okay, there's 3 companies represented here, but whatever.
So, Tuesday, Gehenna Games will be interviewing Wes from Carrion Comfort Studios. Tuesday is tomorrow, by the way. In case
This is awesome. You should tune in.
Yeah, Brother Wes.
Yeah, super exciting. Who is also running a fundraiser for the Humane Society this week in recognition of his cat, Wally, who is also sick. So, hey.
But doing much better.
Oh, good.
Wally's doing much better.
These notes are 24 hours old, so I apologize for not knowing that. Yay, Wally. Woo. Wednesday, we have Worlds and Crafts like we do on our Wednesdays. Thursdays, we are going to be starting the World of Horror Let's Play, which just sounds horrible. And then on Sunday, you can join us for Warhammer 40k Wrath and Glory Dark Tides Session 3. That's a long name. Warhammer 40k Wrath and Glory Dark Tides Session 3. So that's super exciting. As always. What's up, Kay?
I was going to say, that is almost as much of a mouthful as Cory's name.
Oh, almost.
Almost.
So thank you. Join us in the Discord. Chat with us. I can't guarantee that Stephanie will write down promises if you chat with us on the Discord. But
if you make me a promise on Discord, I can guarantee I'll write it down.
You too can get strings.
Give strings.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd also like to add, I don't know if we can take credit for all of it, but I'd like to.
Yeah, please.
It looks like on their GoFundMe, $90 was donated during our stream.
Oh,
Awesome.
yay!
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Katie
much.
Katie and Bran are great people. Their dog is wonderful. Please give.
Sweetie.
Mona deserves it.
Great. All right, everyone say bye.
Bye.
Thanks for
Thank you,
coming,
Brian.
everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Brian.
Thank you, Brian, for the game.